showing those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. Right hand is Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're gonna give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdueboxing shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
The truth gonna tell on your ass what you doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell ring, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you're young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. People you can get killed in this shit, man.
What's good, family? How y'all feeling on this good Saturday? And it's gonna be a good one because we got some boxing. But we're gonna build for a little bit before these fights get started. And I'm thinking about doubling up. I might spin the block and call these fights later on. I think it's gonna be worth it. It's a good card. We had another good card last night, man. I had to come get Tiger Johnson. It's just due, man. He beat what my bro Ant McQueen be saying. He beat Earth, Wind, and Fire out of Nicolas Flaz last night, man. That shit was brutal. It was a scheduled 10-rounder. He ain't even make it halfway through the fight, man. Tiger Johnson was he was on some last night, man. He was like a man possessed. He was on time. He was on demon time last night, and those the kind of performances, them breakout performances that get you to that next level. 147 definitely got another player, man, and that dude is sharp. I said it. I'm not surprised by what he did, but it's very impressive for him to be This probably what his toughest test, maybe to date, maybe on paper. Nicolas Flaz was supposed to go out there and make it rough and, you know, take him some rounds. And, you know, some people was picking Flaz to win. And I knew that wasn't going to be the case. This Tiger too fast, too sharp. His athleticism on another level. He got really good instincts. And he know how to handle himself in there, man. He really do. Really solid jab, good fundamentals. For him to have switched, for this to be a new trainer, didn't look like it last night. It looked like they've been together, man. So whoever he with, man, credit to him. Shout out to them, man, because he had, I mean, look, this had to be one of the best performances I've seen from Tiger Johnson, man. He's on another level. Let me say what's up to the fam. I'm rude. Rudeness. My bad, y'all. Cal Cooler, blessings to my bro, man. Everything by John. What it do? Yeah, Tiger boxed his ass off, didn't he? Brooklyn all day. Got that murder on the intro. Shout out to Everything by John, man. Amen. Any, meeny, mighty, mo. Flaz. hey, man. CJ, what it do? Creole the Traveler, my dog. What's good with it? We never slacking. You know it. What's the subject? What it do, man? Tiger proof rankings mean nothing. I'm telling you. Shout out to Creole. I appreciate you, bro. Look, I got I'm rocking with Luben, right? This sound crazy. I'm rooting for him the whole way. I'm rocking with him, but I got this weird feeling Ortiz gonna pull it off, and I think that the deck naturally is stacked up more against Luben tonight because he got the 2 losses. He going to the Golden Boy platform to fight a Golden Boy fighter, not just any Golden Boy fighter, Vergil Ortiz, the guy that, you know, Oscar De La Hoya won't shut up about, right? And he shouldn't. He got a real one, and he should speak about him every chance he get. But, you know, Luben gonna have to fight next to close to a perfect fight, right? His margin for error is not a big one. So I'm rooting for Luben to win, for the pull off the upset. But I feel like I got the sneaky suspicion that Buddy gonna pull it off, Ortiz, man. You gotta knock his ass out too. Gotta beat Ortiz ass, man. He need his ass beat. You want to face Tiger next, bro? Who you want to? I ain't gonna lie, JP, what's good with it, my guy? Look, if you in the building, make sure you sub to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button, double tap that screen, and support the grind, man. We grinding today. So it's gonna be a long day of boxing, and we gonna build on the Flaz. Like, out of shape as hell. Even was in top shape, I believe the same outcome would have happened. I said I need to see how the first 3 rounds went. Tiger floored him in the 3rd. I'm telling you, bro, he about that ass was a real thing, man. He ain't played no games last night. He was a man possessed, man. He had his mind made up. And you know, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, bro, because I said he had to do a lot of the things he was doing. Like, he had to be efficient, sure of himself, confident, right? Not half-assing it. Like, something we seen from him in the past is like his reluctance to like go through the gears and let his hands go, right? And put the punches together, right? You seen Prentice Brewer in their last fight against Boca Chica, and he beat him up, but he still left, you know, a lot to be desired in the minds of many. But performances like this really show you who Tiger Johnson really is at his absolute best. I don't care what nobody say. I've been saying this since I've been watching the kid. He only getting better. Really good reflexes. He fast. His feints is crazy. He got good power. And, man, 147 needed a Tiger Johnson, bro. Man, he going to be – hey, man, I don't think I'm speaking too fast. I hope I'm not. But Tiger Johnson going to mess around and be the reason 147 is like got something else to look forward to, right? We got Brian Norman there. We got him and Devin Haney fighting later this month, right? But Brian Norman, or the winner of that fight, regardless – the champions, they gonna need contemporaries. They gonna need good dance partners. And Tiger Johnson right now look like he should have been at 147 a couple fights ago. He looked like he belonged. He filled out just fine. He looks sharp, strong, he fast. Man, he gonna be a problem, I think, bro. He gonna be a problem. His punch selection is really good. He's well schooled, bro, in his show, man. His show. That dude could fight, man. He last night was an impressive showing, man. Switched to ass. I like that one because that's what it was. Tiger was out there piecing Buddy ass up. Look, I got a couple of the clips. I know I'm the clip king. Gotta play him. Hope they don't copyright me for him, but I got to play a couple. Bro was his ass pillar to post. He looking at you. That's how you know you get your ass beat. When you look at the referee like he doing something wrong, man. He trying to save your life. He look at yeah, you see that Nick, it didn't help that he had the hair. Yo, listen, fighters. No, if you're taking punches for a living, you got to do something safe with your hair. Bro, you don't have your hair out, just like have it out. Somebody start pass dispensing your shit and like putting them pieces to you, knocking your head back and your hair flying all over the place. It looked crazy. Tiger was beating his ass, bro. Yo, check him out, bro. Look at the hair, bro. The hair. Yo, they gotta chill, man. This man got this fucking spray painted cotton candy on his head. Tiger was like trying to punch his hair off, yo. You see his face in his picture? Yo, nah, it's not just me, y'all. Look at dude's face on the right, like, look at his jaw. His jaw showing like the print. This is why I love boxing, bro. Yo, Tiger punched him so hard in his face right here. His fist is showing on the other side of his jaw. Yo, boxing is brutal, yo. Yo. Why, bro? What's wrong with this man, bro? Who told him, man? See, he gotta chill. See, that's y'all. I blame y'all. Y'all is the reason Nicolas Flaz got his ass beat like this last night. Y'all, I'm blaming y'all. I don't care if you was there or not. If you was somebody saying, nah, I need to see what Tiger got. Nah, man, I don't know, man. I don't know about him, man. He don't throw enough punches, man. Nicolas Flaz did not see. He heard all of y'all. He heard that shit. He had the eye of the tiger last night. Yo, bro had the eye of the tiger last night. He said, "Oh yeah, bet y'all won't question me no more." I bet after last night, y'all ain't got no more questions. Shout out to the Queen Lisa. How you feeling today? Always good to see you. Said Flaz's shoulder was bruised up too. Man, he was punching on him. Flaz was trying to remember what language he spoke after he got up. Pro Hawk. Showtime, the guy was good, homie. How you feeling? Flaz was dazed after that third knockdown. Bro, he was getting the belt put to him in all kind of ways. This shit was nah. It wasn't okay to fight with the low shoulder. Not last night. You see what that got you? This man punched his fist in the other side of your face, bro. Don't ever do that again in no fight. Don't do that. Nah, you got to abandon, abort mission. Don't go into no fight doing that shit no more, bro. I'm serious. You see what that boy had like to punch your head off your man, the hair off your head, man. You hear me? Yo, bro was about to punch. Bro was about to punch the damn foam out his head, bro. Man, nah. You better braid it down next time or something. Cut it. Do something, bro. Don't get in the ring. Don't do that no more. That's not a good idea, Nicolas. Nah, bro. Flaz, boy, your hair was flying all over the place last night, Flaz. That shit wasn't looking good for you. Bro, you just caught, you know what? I'm going to just chalk it up to you caught Tiger at the wrong time. You caught him at a time when people was criticizing him right between a trainer change. Like, you thought shit was sweet. You probably like, yeah, I could get him. His confidence ain't high. Like, yeah, he ain't really looking his best. Like, that shit with Boca Chica wasn't really nothing. I got this. I could handle him. Nah, you was wrong, bro. You was wrong. Couple rounds later, he was punching fist print in your face, bro. That shit look, I know that hurt. I know that hurt it. I know when you got up, that's why you looked at the ref like that. It's all making sense now. Bro punched like sense out of you. You was looking at the ref. Man, that was your best friend in there. It wasn't Tiger. The ref was trying to keep you away from him. He was trying to keep you away from the danger, but you kept trying to shake it off. You talking about you was good and all that. Nah, you wasn't good. You definitely wasn't good. You wasn't good at all. He was beating your ass in there. Man, he beat you up like it was personal. What you talking, yo? Was it a press conference for this fight, yo? Did you talk about his mom? Like, I need to know, because boxing, conversation is therapeutic, and this is a therapy session, bro. Like, what did he do to you? Like, what's going on? I need to know. Like, what? Like, did you talk about his mom in the back room? Like, nah, he had to talk about Tiger mom. That's what happened. I'm telling you. I'm not for sure. I mean, I can't confirm this 100%, but something had to happen. Like, you had to talk about his mom, his girl, or something, bro. And that's by the way your face, that face print, that was a mom joke. You told a mom joke or something in Spanish. You must have said something to him in Spanish, and he just wasn't going for it. Because ain't no way. Like, I ain't see Tiger fight with that sense of urgency in quite some time. Yeah, you had to talk about his mom. I'm gonna just put that rumor out there. Rumor has it, y'all. Rumor has it. Nicolas Flaz talked about Tiger Johnson's mom in the back room, and he just commenced to beating his ass. I mean, look, I ain't telling him to go back there talking about that man mom. You should have been focused on the fight. You went back there, you said something about that man mom, and he came in the ring with the eye of the tiger. He fought with a sense of urgency that I haven't seen in quite some time. That Tiger Johnson beats a lot of ass at 47. I can't wait to see how he continue to progress. All jokes aside, man, message to Nicolas Flaz, don't be talking about nobody's mother, bro. Just go out there, focus on your fight for you not make it through the fight. You get what I'm trying to say? In other words, just, dap him up, respect him, like rock him to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Go the Canelo route. You know what I'm saying? Just be nice to him. You know what I'm saying? But talking about his mom definitely ain't it. And like I said before, his rumor has it that you was talking about his mom. I'm not for sure, but I've seen people get their ass beat in my life before. And a lot of times when somebody put a belt to your ass that kind of way, you said something personal. So I'm gonna just assume it was his mom. So next time, future reference, like it's a lesson learned. When you go back to the drawing board, first thing you need to write on the drawing board is don't talk about nobody's mom and focus on your fight. The first two things you write on the drawing board: focus on my fight. Don't talk about nobody's mother. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about nobody's mother. Got to go first, though. That need to be your first order of business, and you good. But aside from that, bro, man, this shit got bad last night. He said he was in the ring like Leroy had that glow. I'm telling you, Lisa, the ref was his friend last night. He didn't even know. He didn't even realize. Doc was good, my guy. I had Flaz going in, and I knew during the first round that I fucked up. Yeah, he put his fist through his face. Did you see it, man? Golly. Some people did have Flaz, but I know the reason you had Jordan. What's good, homie? How you feeling? I know the reason you had Flaz because he's giving really tough fights. He's beating people. He's upset guys before. He was on a nice run. And with Tiger switching his trainer, you seen like how, he don't be fighting with the sense of urgency sometimes. He had the eye of the tiger last night. I don't know if he watched Rocky before he got in the ring last night or what. But whatever he did, Tiger, whatever you did in training camp, whatever he said to you in the back room, all of that stuff, yo, bro, you watch the Rocky movies, do that shit again. Do that shit for matter of fact, do that for the rest of your career. Whatever you did this particular camp, yeah, do that. I like this Tiger. This Tiger gonna beat people ass, bro. I'm telling you. Shout out to my dog, man. Shout out to my dog Creo, man. Yeah, Flowers was talking that shit, like taking that shit lightly. Yeah, I don't know what it was. He said Tiger was fighting Twitter accounts. Oh man, I'm telling you, Tiger got it there. Like, bro, I ain't got no time to be playing. Got no time. A 10-rounder, man. He got him out of there in 4. That was super impressive. I got one more clip of the fight, y'all, and we just gonna keep building. We're gonna keep building. We here early. Like I said, I'm gonna try to come back and call these fights because I think we're gonna have some fun, man. It should be a good night, man. But this guy, don't worry about it, bro. See, the ref was your friend. He was trying to save your life. You still looking at ref. You still looking at bro going through a breakup. I know I just put the rumor out there that you said something about his mom, but I'm also putting another rumor out there that Tiger definitely got to be going through a breakup to commence to beating somebody ass like that fast. Like I know I criticized him in the past about going through the gears, but damn. Like, what was on Buddy Hart? Nah, he got dumped. Yeah, he caught his girl cheat. He went through his girl phone or something. Bro going through it. He just broke up with his girl. Ain't no way. Like, this don't even count. I know everybody's seen it, and it's on your record, and it looks bad, but I'm just do is telling you it don't count, bro. Don't even worry about it. Just go home, go back to the drawing board. Everything is cool. That shit don't even count. you said something about his mom. You ain't know no better. And at the time, he was going through a breakup. So the shit just got personal in the ring. Don't worry about that. Shit happens sometimes. Like, you was thinking it was just going to be a boxing match. It was like shit was on his heart. Like, you know what I mean? He was still thinking about the mom joke. And then he went through his girl phone. She probably was cheating. I'm pretty sure she was cheating. Yeah, bro went through a breakup and he took it out on you. I mean, it's fair game. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Like, I've seen it. I've seen violence like that before. Only a broken heart could convince to beating somebody's ass like that for no reason. And I'm saying no reason because y'all didn't have no previous history before this fight. Like, you get me down. Y'all don't know each other like that. You ain't have no reason to beat. The only thing I could think of is the bad mom joke and you going through your girl phone the night before and that shit was on your mind and you just, you know what I mean? You probably seen the dude that she was cheating with in Nicolas Flaz and just blacked out. I get it. I promise you. I was racking my brain before I got up here. I was trying to figure out why would he beat his ass that way? I know it's boxing, but that wasn't boxing. That was like, I'm beating your ass. Like, you get me? We all seen Tiger fight before. Tiger be letting you live a little bit. Now, he didn't let bro live at all. Like, even from the first round, I'm dead serious. I think I'm playing. The first round, he got a good jab and he jabbed Tiger. Tiger jabbed him right back. Like, he wasn't letting shit slide. Like, he beat him up. Like, the girl was in the crowd. As the story unfolds, man, the more I think about it, the more it's making sense. She had to be in the crowd too. Yeah. His mom came to the fight and the girl he just broke up with. Yeah, they was watching this. Oh yeah, he made an example out of you. Yeah, he did that for Mon Dukes, and he let her know that she left with the wrong dude. See? Chick heard through the grapevine he was fighting Nicolas Flaz. She was like, you know what I'm saying? He caught his girl DMing Nicolas Flaz, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? She picked the wrong guy. He went out there. She had to be in attendance. You know what I'm saying? Her, his mom, family, all that. Yeah, he did this shit with personal last night, bro. Bro had the eye of the tiger. I'm telling you, for real. I don't know what movie he watched, what he did in training camp to be inspired, but keep doing it, Tiger. That shit was beautiful work from start to finish. And yeah, he's fighting. I'm telling you, see, he broken heart, Lisa, a broken heart to do that to you. Broken heart. You know what I'm saying? Bad breakup right before the fight. You can't pull out. You know what I'm saying? Literally, like, called her texting the ops. You know what I'm saying? She checked her DM. It said Nicolas Flaz. He almost lost his mind. Boy went in there and beat his ass. See? Talked about his mom and you was DMing his girl. That you was asking for. The ref was your friend. The ref, at least the ref saved his life last night. He don't even know. I hope he thinking the ref. I swear he need to be sending the ref some type of like thank you card. I'm telling you, dead serious. I'm dead. I'm not even joking because he was acting like he look. See, that's why you can't play with your hair. You gotta braid it down or something, bro. You gotta braid it down because once the Vaseline and the sweat getting in your joint. And it get all loose and soft. Now he punching your shit like a wet speaker. Nah, bro, that's a bad look, bro. See? That's a breakup fight. I'm telling you, that's a breakup. But don't message to 147. Leave Tiger Johnson alone right now. After these breakup, you gotta let him get through this breakup and then get in the ring with him. I mean, anybody that get in there with him is susceptible to a vicious ass whooping like this right here. If you don't want your hair looking like a wet speaker, if you don't want this dude, punching earth, wind, and fire out of you, don't fight him right now because he looked dangerous. I ain't even playing. As good as this performance was, I seen bro ask, somebody I would like to see him fight next. I know it wouldn't happen because I don't think they're going to go that route. Not saying Tiger, but either team, right? I don't know if they're on each other's radar, but Rohan Polanco is the real deal too. I think he got some real skills up there. I'm gonna hold you, Tiger. Still not ready for top guys at 147 to me. He working. He getting there. Though. He getting there. For me, Jordan, I think it's all about consistency now from this point, right? Said Flaz hairstyle, piss Tiger all more. Bro was trying to punch it off. He was like, what is that on your head? You start just wailing on him. I'm telling you, I could see it in his eye. He had the eye of the tiger. I can't see his eyes, but I'm pretty sure he had it. I'm pretty sure he had that same shit. What they say Bruce Leroy had in Last Dragon? Yeah, he had that. He had that last night. I don't give a damn what that's probably he probably watched Rocky, you know what I mean? Last Dragon, shit like that to get inspired. You know what I'm saying? He probably watched movies like that to get in tune, you know? Probably watched a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? Then said, I'm gonna go out here and beat his ass. And then, like I said, bro, you know, with his girl being in the crowd, that ain't making no better. You know what I'm saying? He taught her something. He taught her a lesson. Look at his hair, though. Do y'all really see the position he in on the screen, bro? Like, this was a fair fight. It don't even look fair right there. Like, the positioning, I get it, but it don't even look like a fair fight at this point. Tiger looked like a man possessed. And Nicolas Flaz is like, bro, what did I do to you? I'm telling you, he don't even know what hit him, bro. That shit just happened fast. Man, I'm telling you. So back to what I was saying, Jordan, for me, far as like if he's ready for the top, he just got there, right? So he's still growing within the division. And it's still early. I'm just being a prisoner of the moment, too. I'll admit that. I'm having fun with this. But from this point on, it's about consistency, right? We seen this performance. I think this highlights truly who he is when he clicking and on all cylinders, right? If he can consistently put out performances like this, I think we got a conversation, right? I think you start to look at him in a different light. I think that's the only thing that is missing right now, right? Because you've seen this type of thing in spurts, right? You've seen really good performances from him in spurts. I think this was his best one to date with the most notable opponent to date. But now it's about putting those performances like this together back to back, right? And giving people a reason to really view you and deem you as a threat, right? You can't, not having those fights where you're getting screamed on by your coach for the better of 10 rounds and shit like that, right? 8-10 rounds. So, but really going out here and stepping to your guy, being first, being the boss in there, showing your levels, showing separation. That's what he did. He did that shit from round 1 all the way to the stoppage. That's what he got to do. Like, fight with a sense of urgency. Fight like you want to prove some shit. Fight like you fighting to be a world champion. You know what I'm saying? Fight like you at 147 and this shit dangerous up here. You get me? Last night, he fought like, bro, I'm not playing with nobody. If that's his approach for the rest of the time, for every fight, man, he going far. He's mad he was on Pro. He said he was mad he was on Pro Box. Yeah, the levels was apparent. Yeah, big drop, Dre, my brother. Shout out to Creo, man, my dog. Y'all hit that like button as we keep rolling. We're going to keep building on this early Saturday. And we got some good boxing later on tonight. So, but yeah, man, this was fun to watch. This was main event worthy right here, man. He really I'm telling you, nothing like boxing, bro. Like you could be comfortable, right? Watching football. You could see a big Hail Mary pass. It might get you open your eyes a little bit. Or you can see somebody shoot a 3. Might even be a buzzer beater or some shit, right? But it's nothing like seeing somebody land a combination, punch somebody hair loose, and drop them, bro. Like, there's nothing like that. That shit, it gets your blood pumping, bro. This shit had me excited, man, seeing this dude. I almost went live last night after he knocked this dude out. I was like, bro, I don't know what Flaz was thinking, but you weren't prepared for that storm that he brought. He beat his ass, bro. Defensively irresponsible. Yeah, T-Mac was good with it. They say the fighters on Top Rank are matched easy, right? That's a myth, yo. That's not true. That's not all the way true, T-Mac. In fact, it's a gross exaggeration. Top Rank, yeah, they match you up well, but that's not a bad thing. We got to talk about that. Like, matchmakers serve a purpose. You get what I'm saying? Fighters should be allowed the opportunity to grow. And how do you do that? You put those guys in there with those lower tier fighters and you gradually move them up. Top Rank has almost been ridiculed for doing that, and that's not a bad thing. I think they prepare you for the challenges, right? Like, he's been taken through the ringer. Another guy that we was talking about, shout out to L-Dub, my guy. We was talking about Troy Isley. He another guy. If you go look at his resume and record, he ain't been matched up easy. Duke Reagan, another one. He ain't been matched up easy on Top Rank. You get what I'm saying? Like, not everybody gets matched up the way they think, but Tiger is another one. Like, he He been in there with some guys. Like, he fought Boca Chica in his last fight. He beating his ass too. He's, you know, piecing him up. I'm telling it's a different feeling. At least like it got me, man. I was like, bro, you know, anything that's ready to make you pop up and just do something, it's powerful. And that really like it gave me like an adrenaline boost. Like, I almost popped up and went live just to talk about Tiger. I'm talking about, because again, I'm just due. So my fight is different, right? I love to see this because he was a guy that was getting, you know, criticism, some fair and some not. But they was treating it like he was looking bad in his fights. It wasn't that he was looking bad. You just felt like, yeah, there's more to him than what he's showing. And last night, I think, is a sample size, because it was 4 rounds. It's a sample size of what he got to bring. Like, that shit was impressive. Combinations, the way he fought back, the way he didn't accept the clinch. Like, he was fighting him on the clinch. He just wasn't beat. Light skin business. What it do, family? Shout out to T-Mac. So, you know what I'm saying? He beating his ass. They said Tiger up for the okie doke, but he pulled the upset. I'm telling you, listen, anybody, look, I get it. I get why you would think Tiger could lose. Ghetto Fab, what it do, man? I get why you think he could lose. But, man, it's more reasons to think of why he could win. Like, we got to be honest. It ain't like Nicolas Flaz was undefeated coming into this fight. And I ain't saying he had to be. But, you know, you've seen this guy lose before. You know what I'm saying? You've seen him lose. But he's a dog, though, man. I ain't going to lie. You seen him lose a couple times. You seen him get stopped before. He's lost to, he had got stopped by Boca Chica in the first round, bro. And he lost a UD to somebody that I don't know of, man. He beat my guy, though. They gave him that win over Jihad Tucker, man. I thought Jihad should have got the nod. But, yeah, he beat Jihad Tucker. I get it. You know what I mean? But, look. He got knocked out in the first round by Janelson Boca Chica. That's the guy that you know, Tiger was just fighting. Get what I'm saying? Tiger just fought him. Get me? You know what I'm saying? That was Tiger food a fight ago. Not to call him food, but you know what I'm saying. Know what I mean? Tiger just had a UD over Boca Chica. So this was interesting. They had a common opponent in which Tiger beat Boca Chica by UD, 10-round UD. Broly was good with it. And you know, Nicolas Flaz was knocked out by Boca Chica. You know what I'm saying? He was knocked out. Nicolas Flaz got his ass. He got flushed last night. Flaz wasn't no world beater, and Tiger damn sure proved it. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's lost. He had 2 other losses before. He had lost a UD, a decision. And he had got stopped in the first round. Anybody could get caught with a shot, but Boca Chica had caught him and knocked out Nicolas Flaz. And then we all know Tiger's last fight, that was his last fight where he was coaching with Prentice Brewer, and he was getting screamed on in that fight. I wonder, I really got it. I reached out. I want to see if I can get him on the show. I want to talk to him after this fight. And he's fighting like a man possessed. This is a great win, man, over a really tough game opponent that was expected to beat him. Right, not expected, but people was picking Flaz, so I think it was a really good win for Tiger, bro. He should feel comfortable going to the next phase, right? The next step. You know what I'm saying? That he should have a lot of confidence going into his next fight, bro. Because this shit right here lets you know you right where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying this to people. It's not like this man took a loss, right? It's not like this man took a loss already. He ain't took no loss. He ain't take a loss. So for me, when I see a guy that I know is like an Olympian, right? And he has that pedigree and, you know, he had the eyes on him and you see him in his fights, but it's just like something missing. For me, I know it'd be a matter of just putting it all together. And he's a prime example of why I say that. Putting it all together on the night and getting the most out of your performances. That's what he was able to do last night. Anything that Prentice Brewer could have ever asked of him in any previous fight that they've had, he did it last night. Being first, not sitting there, not waiting too much, not you get what I'm saying? Not just overthinking, not waiting for the perfect shot, right? Not being too economical with his punches and his approach. Like, he had the right approach to this fight, man. He had the right kind of approach. Get what I'm saying? Big shout out to my homie Creole for putting some color in the chat. Appreciate the love, homie.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to the homie Creole. Appreciate you, bro. Thrill Hill, what it do? Tiger is looking my this the best. I think so, Thrill. I'm with you. I think so because I think this the most complete performance against. Shout out to Broly, man. Sent the GOAT trophy, my guy, man. But this is the I guess the best name to date, right? One of the best names, and he was really respected going into this fight. Like a lot of people, like I said, a fair amount of people that I talked to had Flaz winning because of, and it's not that Tiger is not good. It's, I think, right, like his approach, right, his temperament in past fights, he hasn't fought like with that sense of urgency, like he really trying to, prove a point, like he really trying to separate himself from the competition. Last night, nah, it was clear. He made it very clear from the opening bell that from the first jab that he ate a good jab, like I said, like the first round, and got it right back. He just wasn't going last night. He wasn't going. He didn't give Nicolas Flaz no time to kind of get comfortable. He didn't do nothing. Not knowing him too big. He ain't give him a chance to do shit. So he did pick Flaz, but only slightly. I thought Tiger would be too passive. See, happy I was wrong. I knew it. That's the reason why people would be picking against him. It's not that they don't think he's nice, but with that passive kind of approach, with that, you fight low, like you hesitant, like you ain't really sure of yourself, like you really ain't trying to let your hands go, and that shit can put you in a position to kind of, or make people be hesitant to pick you, right, to win fights. And for me, like I had faith in him. I had faith in the kid, man. I really did. I really had faith in him. I had faith in him, man. Like I knew he could have this kind of performance. I just feel like sometimes you need the right situation to bring it out of you. But again, I don't know much of the reason why he split with his coach. But if it was any indication of how their relationship, I don't know if it went south, whatever the case. If it was any indication of how he was being talked to. I mean, this guy that he's with, I don't know him, but he seemed very relaxed, patient, and they seem like they gelled together really good last night. That's really important, man, for a young fighter. You need to be on the same page with your trainer, bro. You have to. Shout out to Broly sending that power potion. I see you, man. I see you. Appreciate it, fam. But you need to be on the same page with your trainer. And like I said, him and Brewer was having some tense moments in that corner in their last fight with Boca Chica. So it doesn't fully surprise me that he's no longer with him. And I can't say for sure. I can't confirm or deny what the reasoning is for it. I would like to ask him, but, or what's the reason for the switch? But, maybe he just needed a different voice. Sometimes relationships run their course and you just move on and there's no harm, no foul. So I hope that they still get along because I think they from the same neighborhood. So I want to see what Tiger is able to do next from here, man. I think the Prentice did say Tiger will win easily on the social media. He did. Man, shout out to Prentice because Prentice know. He know Tiger nice. He is, man. I just knew. I knew this had to be the fight. Because look, it was like this for me. Either he was gonna go in there and be a little passive and possibly get outworked and beat, or he was gonna box and fight with some sense of urgency, and that's what he did. You get what I'm saying? He fought with urgency last night, and I was leaning toward him fighting more in this way rather than passive because I just didn't think he was getting beat last night. Question: just how good Tiger past opponents been? Maybe better than I gave him credit for. Tiger looked ready last night. Yeah. If you go look at his opponents, Cal, like if you go like do the homework on him, you'll see that he get matched up. He get matched up pretty tough. Like the Tiger Johnsons, the Troy Isleys, right? The Duke Reagans, those guys get matched up relatively tough. They don't get like gimmies, right? They get tough, scrappy guys with experience, dudes that done coming off upsets, good win streaks, all types of shit. They be getting those trap fights. Like this could have been a trap fight for him if he wasn't ready. But I just felt like he had it in him, bro. I felt like he had it in him. He got a lot of talent, man. A lot of tools, bro. A lot of tools. It's not a lot that he can't do. It's not a lot that he can't do. Especially, again, putting it all together is impressive. So, Big Dre, my dog. I see you. That's the only way Boca Chica fights, honestly, hard to look good against because how passive he gets when hurt. Yeah. I thought Tiger did well against Boca Chica. I just think he could have did even more with his skill set. But, you know, talking to Tay Jones, talking to my guy Tay Jones, maybe it was the punching power. Maybe Boca Chica, you know, is punching. You know what I'm saying? And you had to be smart about you know, approaching him or rushing in or closing the distance because he had something waiting. You know what I'm saying? Boca Chica is sneaky. Got an off rhythm type of guy, man. You know what I'm saying? He can fight. He can fight. He a little tricky. He a little tricky. And I done seen a couple fights where people ain't look like superstars against this guy. I done seen this multiple times now. The wipe up Justin's last video. Yeah, man. If y'all know, hype the videos up, hype the lives up. Appreciate y'all. No evidence was good with it. Dude named that Norman Jr. was something. His work against how you think Tiger would do against that guy. Oh, smothering his work. Oh, Quentin Randall. You talking about Quentin Randall. Quentin Randall. And this is the interesting thing, Jordan. Quentin Randall has the ability to make to not allow you to look good either. Because he's older than most and he fights. He's smart guy, man. He don't just let you beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? He don't let you particularly look your best against either. That wouldn't be a bad fight. But I feel like Flaz got more buzz around his name than Quentin Randall right now. So it would make sense for him to possibly try to fight somebody else. I'm telling you, I want to see Rohan Polanco in there with somebody. You see it being next, Quentin Randall. Troubles everyone. Yeah, he's huge for the weight class. Yeah, he got a long ass reach and he know how to use it. And he's got he's sneaky. He got a different kind of style. He just saying he ain't going. He like you'll beat him. You might outbox him, but you ain't about to it ain't gonna look how it look against everybody else. If I'm being honest, like you're not going being there being pretty with him because he gonna muck shit up and he gonna make it look different. Polanco, I love the Polanco fight, bro. Him and Polanco will be a banger, man. I'm telling you, him and Polanco will be a banger. That's a damn good fight. That's a good fight right there. Yeah, they need Kyrie need to be on the field, bro. I mean the court at all times. Need to be on the court as much as possible for that team to win or be as good as they gonna be. They need him. They can't do it without him. Tiger had cracks like he showed last night. You know what I think that was? No evidence. That was him killing himself at 140. I think he was killing himself at 140. And he was killing himself at 140 to make the weight possibly. And now going up, that's what you're seeing. You get what I'm saying? You're seeing a guy that is feeling good in there. That's what it looked like. Got his energy about him. He healthy. Probably ain't having no crazy ass weight cuts or nothing like that. And that shit is showing up in his fights. You can see it in the fight. You get what I'm saying? You can see it. You can see that shit show up in his fight, man. Gotta be that, man. I mean, you know, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that has something to do with it. I'll say that. No evidence probably going up. Because you know what? You know what I noticed, bro? When guys have good punching power, it sometimes could be hindered by them not going up to the weight class they belong in. And you'll see him still have some pop, right? You've seen him have some pop at 40, right? You can see he ain't no feather-fisted guy. But now, like, you can see the effects of what his punches do at 47, right? You can see the weight behind him, right? Like, you can really, he rocking guys. Like, he had Nicolas, Flaz all over the place. Bro ain't know where the hell he was at. He ain't know where the hell he was at last night. He really did. He did not know where the hell he was at last night. At all, bro. At all. He did not know where he was at. and he got blitzed. And look, that's the way you put a bow on it, man. That's the way you end the night. But the card in itself was good last night, y'all. They had these two brothers on this card. What's their names? The two brothers they had on here that both got knockouts. They was both impressive. The Boca Negras, both of them guys, them Boca Negras, they both went out there and beat ass last night. Them two brothers, both of them went out there and got knockouts. I told them he didn't appreciate being yeah. He had him as like the B side or something. Maybe that pissed him off too. But I started a rumor, no evidence. I'm gonna just say Tiger was going through a breakup, and he talked about his mom. He had to say something about his mom back there, man. And if I get to talk to him, I'll definitely ask him that and be like, "Yo, bro, what he say about you? Yeah, the B side." He ain't like that, but good. Because if them having you effed up last night made you go out there and put on that kind of performance, that's what I wanted to see. I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you beat his ass like he stole some. You know what I'm saying? That the performances like this, you know, they'll make people talk about you for weeks to come, bro. You know? But them two brothers, like I said on the card, had really good performances, man. It was a solid card, man. You were seeing some good knockouts and stuff, but overall, man, Tiger stole the show by being the main event and closing out the way he needed to. That shit was thoroughly impressive, and it was fun to watch, man. Glad to see him get it in last night. And even with having a different trainer, it didn't affect him. Now, hopefully, we can see the same thing with Luben tonight. Hopefully, we can see Luben going there tonight and him having a different trainer. He said he worked with K. Karoma before, so hopefully, him having a different trainer don't impact the way the fight is going to play out, right? I just want to see this dude do his thing, man. I said some stupid things, like holding the Tiger's arm. Yeah, he was holding the arm and he was punching with the free hand. Tiger was smart enough not to accept the clinch. That's when I knew he was on demon time. I was like, bro, acting crazy. He punching out the clinch. He wasn't. He was like, nah, you hold this arm, I'm punching with this. He just wasn't. He wasn't letting it happen, bro. He wasn't letting that shit happen at all. Yeah, he got it. He got his ass handed to him, bro. That clinch got him beat up. And I think once he got rocked, Tiger just he stayed consistent and no real drop off in his performance. And that shit caused him to you know, get the fight done in 4 rounds or less, man. 4-round knockout TKO. That shit was bad, man. He really he opened up ass whooping. So yeah, man. I just want to see what he do from here on out, man. What's his next move? Where do he go from here? Right? I don't know, but that's how you do it. Yeah, man. That's how you win, bro. That's how you win. Great win from him before him, man. Great win. So, like I said, man, I just hope these trainer changes, man, ain't the reason guys lose, man. Tiger Johnson is a example of how the trainer ain't the end all be all, right? You know what I mean? How you can gel well with a trainer in short time. At least that's what he proved last night. So yeah, because you know what? The whispers, no evidence was getting a little loud about Tiger, right? His performances, how he looked. You know, people start to question him a little bit. And he found a way. He figured it out. Last night. Figured it out, put it all together, and beat his man ass, man, a real way. Fun shit to watch, man. Good. Another good Pro Box card. Not surprised. Pro Box good. They usually always good. But let's keep rolling, y'all. We're going to keep rolling. We got some other stuff to build on, man. Because I seen a couple of clips that we got to talk about. It, man. Because we know tonight's fight is, yeah, I'm glad he did his thing too, man. And Jamel for EJ, yeah. So, man, we know that tonight's fight, it has big implications, right? Vergil Ortiz versus Ortiz-Luben. We know Jerron Ennis Boots is going to be in the building. Him and Eddie Hearn, they said they're going to be in the building for the fight. I'm hoping they climb in the ring with the winner, whoever that happens to be. But it's been a lot of you know, speculation about who Boot's gonna fight next. A lot of these immediate guys at 54 is off the table, from Bakram to Fundora to Keith Thurman. Like, you got so many guys that's like off the table because they got shit that they got going on, right? But you got Vergil that's having a fight tonight that after that is not going to have nothing going on, and Boots don't have nobody right lined up. He knows Xander's eyes. He got a Bounce Peru. Everybody is essentially busy, and it seemed like Vergil and Boots are going to be free at the same time. And I told y'all, man, I'm never going to let up off this because I believe what I say about Boots is true. I think he's real when I think he with the smoke. I think Vergil is too, but I think teams be directing him in other places now. I seen two things that little red flaggers to me, and I'm going to play both of them. It's a little short, like 5-minute interview from Robert Garcia, and then it's a little short 7-minute one from Vergil Ortiz Sr. And if you listen to what both of them are saying, how could we be sure that that fight is coming up next? And let alone, how could we be sure that it will be Boots in this? You know what I'm saying? Boots' fault that the fight ain't happening when you got the handlers talking like they going somewhere else with it. You get what I'm saying? You got his dad talking crazy. Like, you can't say Boots you can't go from saying you know, Boots turns y'all down twice to now he got to prove himself, because it would change. Like, if you was willing to fight him before, you should be willing to fight him now. Is it because he got the first round knockout over Lima and he looked dangerous and y'all ain't trying to deal with him right now? Like, what is it? Are you waiting to see him take another fight first? Because you shouldn't be saying, oh, man, he got to prove himself, fight somebody. But y'all said y'all was going to fight him. So which one is it? Was you actually going to fight him, or do he got to prove himself for y'all to fight him? That's what I want to know. So we're going to get to this, man. We're going to get to it, man. I got to get to the bottom of this. Ortiz Sr. was sounding crazy a little bit, man. Sounding a little crazy. Sounding a little crazy. I'm like, man, I don't know, G. I don't know. Sound like you're making unnecessary excuses for why the fight don't happen, man. I'm like, bro, nah, keep that energy that, you know, that y'all had, man. Keep that energy. 7 from Florida, 2 people from Florida.
In here with Vergil Ortiz Sr. Just got done with the press conference here in Fort Worth, Texas. Sundance Square, your backyard. How you doing, Vergil?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good. I like that hat, man. Being an LA guy.
Thank you.
You converted.
I love LA. LA is a good one. I love being there. I love the people.
So listen, I know we only got a few minutes, but talk about this fight, man. This kid, Luben. Luben is kind of one of those low-key guys you don't hear a lot about. You know, he's not on social a lot. He's a dangerous fighter. 2 losses, Fundora and Charlo. I mean, yeah. Why this fight? Why now?
Look, he's the guy that's available. He's the guy that's the best guy out there available. You know, he can fight. You know, he's not a boring fighter. He's respectful to a point, I guess you could say, right? So, you know, at the same time, you also, when you're fighting, you don't want to be going backwards either, because believe it or not, you're as sharp as your last guy. You know, you're fighting on nobody and you get them out early. It doesn't do you anything unless you're buying time or unless you're trying to save yourself or whatever it is. So keeping him sharp still, keeping him in a fight still, you know, but also giving him time to rest, because they need time to rest too. You know, Bird's been fighting a lot of hard fights. A lot of his fights has been hard. You know,
you see that right there? Gotta pay attention to that. I've said that myself. Vergil Ortiz's last 3 fights are gonna be Boachuk, Madrimov, and Erickson-Luben. Those are, you know, top fighters. All 3 of them are top fighters. I don't know if they're gonna stick him in there with Boots next, right? I don't know if that's the right move to make. Do you stick him in there with Boots? Right? Do you stick him in there with Boots next? After you get me, is it the best thing to do? Is it the best course of action? Is the best move to make next, right? Fight you know, Boachuk, Madrimov, Luben, and then Boots? I don't know. But listen to what his dad is saying. telling you the clue, it be the message, the answers being what they be saying sometimes without saying it because they're dancing around it. Now, I don't think they scared of none of that. I don't think that's the case, but the fact that he focusing on how tough his fights been, the last few fights he been having, is a prime example to me as to why he might. I just doubt seeing him in Boots next. So it's going to be real interesting to see how this fight play out tonight and if Boots is even allowed in the ring. And if so, what's the next order of business? But listen closely to him because he's telling you that, you know, Vergil last couple fights been tough. Like, so again, you know, Boots ain't going to be no easy fight for him. So do you stick him in there with back-to-back tough fights? That's how you wear guys down. That's how you break down. You do need a softer touch in between. People don't like it, but that's how you preserve the body. That's how you extend your shelf life in boxing, right? That's how you don't, you know, run yourself ragged, right? Put too many miles on an engine too early, right? So I don't know. I could see Vergil Ortiz taking a lighter touch, but we'll see.
Trying to save yourself or whatever it is. So keeping him sharp still, keeping him in the fight still, you know, but also giving him time to rest because they need time to rest too. You know, Vergil's been fighting a lot of hard fights. You know, a lot of his fights has been hard. You know, so that's pretty much it. Just keeping him sharp and letting him still be himself because some of as these guys get older, they need time to rest. And if you're resting so long and taking an easy fight, it's like basically does nothing for you, you know. So it's really just about keeping him sharp, and he's competitive. He doesn't want to just fight somebody either, just some regular anybody. He's not built that way, you know. So you don't want to waste his time.
But see, it's a bit of like he's speaking on both sides, right? Because he's speaking on the fighter, right? He's saying the fighter don't just want to fight anybody. He want to fight somebody. You want to fight somebody real, somebody that matter. You see? But if you the team, you got to sometimes protect the fighters from themselves. So these guys be wanting to take on all challenges. And like Vergil said, I don't deny that when asked will he fight Boots, he said, yeah. I don't deny that. I wouldn't deny that he said that. But if they don't make the decisions by themselves, you got to listen to the teams. And his father is a voice for him. Robert Garcia is a voice for him. They both sounded like Boots is not the next thing. Forever G's, what it do, homie? Y'all hit that like button. Let's keep building, man. We're going to keep rocking.
And I know you guys are focused. I mean, you guys don't overlook anybody, but you already got the talk about Boots Ennis out there. Boots is going to be in the arena. How do you stay focused at the task at hand and don't let that, what some people are calling a super fight with Boots?
Well, we don't buy into all that because, you know, Vergil has a fight going on right now. That's one thing. You got to show his opponent respect because if you know, boxing works certain ways. You know, you overlook somebody, it'll bite you in the ass. You know. The other thing is that, I mean, come on, the guy just fought a nobody. You know, how are you supposed to sit here and be worrying about him when he's fighting nobody? Just like thinks he can just go straight to you. Like how about you fight somebody? You know, you got to earn your way also. And it's just the way it is. Luben has earned his way. So for us, that's how we see it. You know, Luben's earned it. This guy's not even in the conversation for us. You know, unless you fight somebody, or if the money's there and they present it and it's good, you know, that's fine. But man,
listen to this shit, y'all. Listen to this.
That's how we see it. You know, Luben's earned it. This guy. That's how we see it. It's just the way it is. Luben has earned his way. So for us, that's how we see it. You know, Luben's earned it. This guy's not even in the conversation for us. You know, unless you fight somebody, or if the money's there and they present it and it's good, you know, that's fine. But man, the guy turned it down twice already, just recently. This last offer was supposed to be for October. So how can we sit here and think about him when he's already turned it down? It don't make for us. It doesn't make no sense. It's like I heard somebody ask this question.
How does Boots fighting Boots Ennis not make sense, bro? How? Dante, what's good with it, bro? Shout out to Forever G's. How does not fighting Boots make sense? Then he's saying he turned it down for October, y'all. What month we in? What month we in, y'all? What month we in? We in November, and he's fighting who? Fighting Luben, yo. So you wasn't gonna fight. You gonna fight October and November? Think about it. Just be saying shit, man. Like you wasn't gonna fight October. Get what I'm saying? And then I did hear that y'all was recovering. One Vergil posted he was recovering from a hand injury, so you knew the timing was off. He really sat up here and told us fighting Boots Ennis don't make sense. The dude is not on our radar. We not like what the hell? But then again, this not what Vergil not saying that. Vergil with the smoke, that's what it sound like. But they like, man, he ain't on our radar.
He fought a nobody. You know, how are you supposed to sit here and be worrying about him when he's fighting nobody? Just like thinks he can just go straight to you. Like how about you fight somebody? You know, you got to earn your way also. It's just the way it is. Luben has earned his way. So for us, that's how we see it. You know, Luben's earned it. This guy's not even in the conversation for us. You know, unless you fight somebody, or if the money's there and they present it and it's good, you know, that's fine. But
yo, what? So again, you hearing it? Said the guy's not even on our radar. You can't say that. If you really wanted to fight somebody, I get it. All right, you say he turned it down. Maybe the time wasn't right. Maybe the time wasn't right. But you know what I'm saying? I'm saying if Vergil comes out, I'm saying if Vergil comes out on top tonight with Boots in the arena, how do you not look to make that fight? How do you, what excuse, like where do you go if you don't go to fight Boots Ennis? Right? Because everybody else busy, bro. So this shit gonna look a little crazy, bro. A little crazy, man. I don't push duck talk, but I just don't like that. That doesn't sound like we gonna get that fight coming up. And we definitely know it ain't coming up next because Boots ain't even on their radar.
Man, the guy turned it down twice already. Just recently. This last offer was supposed to be for October. So how can we sit here and think about him when he's already turned it down? It don't make for us, it doesn't make no sense. It's like, I heard somebody ask this question. I don't know if it was you, somebody saying, what does it feel like having a guy they're already waiting for you? How? He just turned it down twice. How does somebody wait for you when they turn it down twice? It just don't make no sense.
And he's not the champion.
The question, well, even if he was a champion, he turned it down.
Right.
Just this last offer. How is he waiting for you when he just turned it down? That's like you going out, you know, I don't know, with some girl turning you down and you're sitting there waiting on a date that's not even there. Like, it doesn't make no sense for me. So, yeah, that's how I see it.
I get it. I get what he's trying to say. Like, bro, they don't want to fight. He turned it down. But if they're telling you they're coming to your fight with the hopes of making a fight with y'all, and then you saying all of this, like, so you turn it down? Like, you get me? So that's the way you do it? Like, oh, he turned me down twice, so I don't want to fight. Like, who you going to fight? Get what I'm saying? I don't know. That don't make a lot of sense, bro. Don't make a lot of sense to me.
Listen, I asked Vergil just a little while ago, and I even asked Oscar. It seems like every weight class that Vergil's in, 140, 147, 154, it's the most stacked.
It's always been like that even since the amateurs. It's been like that since the amateurs. But the thing about it is, you know, sorry, for us, it's different. When you're in that kind of division and you're fighting like the way you are, for us personally, it means something. It means more. Yeah, you got guys that are champions, two-time champions, but look who they fought. Like, and it's funny because it just depends who it is. Some people are happy there. They look at the title and like, oh yeah, I'm a champion. Like, you know, I'll just say, Xander, he's all, you know, he should be happy, I guess, but when he tries to rub it into like let's say he shows right in Vergil's face saying, oh yeah, I'm fine, but I'm a champion. Your championship fight is Vergil's 12th fight. Think about it. It's like it's no better than his 12th or 13th fight. So it just depends who values it how. And for us, you know, Vergil doesn't want to be wasting his time. He wants to be remembered as one of the best. You know, it means something. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about him. It's how he feels about his career. You know, that's why some people either they stop working or they keep going because they're not satisfied. They want more. It's the same thing. It's the feeling that they have.
And
yeah, I hate the resume talk too. And see, that's the thing. He's speaking on both sides because on one end you saying Boots not on your radar. He got to prove himself. He ain't did nothing. But then you got a champion in Xander who's feeling like y'all ain't did shit because y'all ain't got no belt. And you downplaying, almost to sound like you downplaying possibly fighting him. Like, yeah, his championship fight was Vergil's 12th fight. I get it. You feel like Vergil been matched tougher than Xander. I get that. But it don't matter. He got something Vergil want, right? A title. Boots, I know he ain't got no title, so I understand it. I said this before. People was going pardon me, y'all. I said this before, man. You're gonna have to make a choice. What path y'all gonna travel? Are you gonna chase the titles or the big fights or both, right? Or the names? Like, well, which one is it? But you removing fights off the table for your fight for your son sounds silly. Boots Ennis not being on y'all radar and while he had y'all fight is nasty work. That's fucking diabolical. Straight up, it is. That's nasty work, bro.
I'm here with Vergil Ortiz Sr. Just got done with the press conference, Sundance Square, Fort Worth. Big fight, Dickies Arena, Erickson-Luben. I'll get you out of here in a second, Vergil. Crawford, man, I know you guys wanted that fight. I remember Crawford was at one of Vergil's fight, and remember getting with Crawford afterwards and everything, and that fight just eluded him. I mean, now Crawford, beats Canelo. He's on top of the world. Is that a fight that you guys would still want if it became available?
Well, it was available for us a year before he. So after his fight, not Canelo's fight, the one after when he fought Majumov, it was available. Turkey asked if Vergil would take the fight, and we said yes. He said yes, and then he offered it to Crawford, and Crawford said he was not interested because he was looking for the Canelo fight. Now, this is a year before because he didn't fight for a whole year.
Right.
So Canelo took a fight in the middle of that and then fought Crawford. So Vergil wanted the fight, and even Vergil in Saudi Arabia asked Majumov. Asked
Turkey.
No, Crawford, because Crawford was there.
Right
there. Vergil went up to him personally and told him, hey, what are you going to do with those belts? And they had their own conversation. I'll let them say, whatever. And, he just left like that. So we already knew that he wasn't going to fight Vergil once he done talked to him. We already knew. Now, this was offered, the offer was before, and then they told us that he'd rather retire if he doesn't get the Canelo fight. So he was already picture on that. This is what they told us after. And so, I think maybe he wants just big fights now, like stuff that means to him historical-wise, And that's not on knocking him, but we when they presented us up right here, we said, yeah, it just didn't happen. Who can blame him when you got a big fight?
What should we expect on Saturday night back in your hometown?
Hopefully good stuff for us. I don't never like to predict stuff. I'm just not like that. Not for us, but it's definitely gonna be fireworks. A good performance. Vergil always performs well. He's always in a good fight and he's good entertainment.
Vergil a dog.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Vergil.
And look, man, it's nothing bad about, shout out to Fight Hype, man. There's nothing wrong with what Vergil's dad was saying, but I'm not the guy to push the duck shit, right? I always say that, but you hear reluctance in getting into the ring with Boots. He said some kind of eyebrow raising things. What do you mean? What do you mean you not he's not on y'all radar? The fight don't make sense to y'all. He turned y'all down twice. It's like I don't see how that makes sense. You could fight Luben, you could fight Boots. Prove itself. So you telling me you gonna wait till you beat some names and prove yourself to want to fight him? That don't even make sense. And the only reason I got some issue with it, and not to knock his dad, but it seemed like the same type of shit you was on before, man. Hey, man, dude, this sound very reminiscent of 147 when they was talking that 48 month shit. Now you get up here, now he's not on your radar. 47, it was 48 months. Before that could even happen, Rabdo came. You get what I'm saying? The fight didn't happen. Now y'all up in the same weight class, and because you saying he turned you down twice, now he not on your radar, and the fight don't make sense. I don't think nobody in boxing would agree that Vergil Ortiz versus Jaron Ennis don't make sense. Like, in what way? And then you hear him throw the stipulation, the same stipulation that everybody else is going to throw in there when it comes to Boots. I just want the record to reflect that. Man, unless the money. There you go. So I hope Eddie Hearn got his checkbook ready, man, because these dudes going to want you to pay them to fight the Phenom or Jaron Boots Ennis. They're not getting in there. So now that Xander is fighting Baru, I thought that was a possible fight for Boots next, but it's not. I thought he fought an eliminator for that belt, but you know how boxing go. Boxing do what it do. So now you got Xander got that fight. He gonna be fighting in the unification, right? Xander be fighting in a unification with Abbas Baru. Shout out to Motown, my dog, you know it. And shout out to the real ones, man, you know. But he gonna be fighting Baru. Brock Brown fighting Josh Kelly. You know, Fundora is busy, right? Luben and Ortiz, and then you got Boots in the win, man. Charles Conwell probably gonna rebound. I doubt if he's in that mix of the fighters that we talking about, but I don't know. Right now, for me, maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Maybe I'm just being selfish, but I feel like the fact that Boots fought, it was in one round. That's perfect. Now you got Ortiz and Luben. They fighting. Luben talking like he gonna win. Of course, he's supposed to. But if you win, who is the next best fight for you? Because if it ain't a title, then it should be Boots. And that's the same thing for Boots. I'm starting to feel like that too, because I don't want to see him in there with nobody else. I'm in a rush to see Boots beat somebody ass at this point because I'm tired of the talk. I just want to see one of them named guys in there that people think is closer to the 50-50 type of fights. And that should be fun to see for him, man. Other than that, you know, because, hey, look, on one end, you saying prove yourself, but how could he prove himself without good dance partners? So he need fighters like your son to be able to prove himself. He can't prove himself if you get what I'm saying, if he can't get the guys in there. So I hate the whole you know, prove yourself kind of thing, and it don't make sense. I don't really want to hear that kind of talk because now he in the division. I ain't saying you got to say what I expect you to say, right? But he sounded closed off to the ideal of them fighting next. He's like, he's not on our radar. And then he said it don't make sense. And the reason he stated for it is because, it was supposed to happen in October. Man, you fighting in November, dude. You fighting now. Fighting tomorrow. So what's the difference? For me, I'd rather hear you say you coming to the fight. I hope you plan on getting in the ring. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear him be dismissive of a fight that makes all the sense in the world. Like, he really shot it down. He said it makes no sense. And he said he's not on our radar. He's speaking for Vergil. But see, when Vergil speak, he's not going to speak like that. He's going to tell you he want to fight whoever. Get what I'm saying? And that's where they run. That's where they run into the issues, man. Shout out to the plug, LetsBuild. What's good, my guy? Blunt Sports. You ain't fight nobody. That's their favorite one. Damon, what it do, my guy? Blunt, what's good, homie? We heard it before, right? Like, it makes more sense to definitely makes more sense to fight any and everybody. But hey, look, I want y'all to pay attention though. He also stated how Vergil been fighting tough fights. He's been fighting tough fights back to back. His last few fights have been tough. So I'm telling you, like, it ain't got nothing to do with avoiding top competition because Vergil will fight those guys, right? But I don't know. I don't like the way they sounded when it come to Boots, right? I don't like to hear that, you know, when they say Boots turned it down twice. But I hear timing, man. And timing is everything in boxing. So right now, who the hell else he going to fight? Because it ain't no Abbas Baru. They was throwing that out there. Now that's Xander work, right? You get me? Who Vergil, you win this fight tonight. Where do you go? And what's your next option? Is it a better option than Boots? Or y'all going to take a softer touch, which I wouldn't criticize him for because his last three would be crazy if he get past Luben tonight. You get what I'm saying? But it's not going to be easy, man. Let me pull up Robert Garcia little interview, man, so y'all can hear what he had to say. Like I said, listen to the handlers sometimes, man. You hear even De La Hoya sound like right? He like, oh, Boots better stay home because if he see Vergil perform live, he ain't gonna want to fight him, right? He talking still like a promoter, but the trainer and the dad, they're talking like, nah, Boots ain't fighting us next, and he ain't on our radar, and the fight don't make sense. I don't like that stuff. Don't kill the fight. That's all I'm saying. Y'all ain't got to fight next, but don't kill the fight. You know what I'm saying? By saying it don't make sense. Just say you would rather fight him for a title. Like Luben said it. That's why
It's great to be here, bro.
I respected what Luben said. Y'all, Luben said, man, look, if the money is right, then yeah, I'll fight him. Or if it's for a title, yeah. But other than that, he was like, basically, like, I've been fighting these tough ass dudes with no titles on the line, title eliminators or whatever he said. But if it's Boots, right? Like if you Luben, this is for an intern title. You definitely want a title shot next if you can get it. You damn sure don't want to fight Boots for no title and just, you get me? Like, I get that. So, but that's what they need to say as well, because they're in a very similar situation with Luben, right? They haven't won a title, but they ain't lost yet. Luben lost a couple times. The title has eluded them so far. The fight is big because of what's to come next, and both guys trying to work their way to title contention, man. So something gonna have to give, man, because it can't be a log jam at 54 once Boots get here. That's all I'm saying. When I hear these guys saying, the fight ain't happening and we ain't thinking about him, he turned us down twice and it don't make sense, and I'm like, why wouldn't it make sense? And why would he have to prove himself now after he had the 1-round knockout versus y'all being willing to fight him before he got the fight in? Let me find out that y'all was trying to catch Boots slipping, man. Ramon, what it do, homie? Cornelius, my guy. It was good what he said. Why does Eddie Hearn have to make the offer? I don't think he do. But it sounds like that's what it's going to be. You know, it sounds like that's what it's going to be. You know, they don't want, you know, that because they talking about that money got to be right. So they going to want something offered to them. You get me? Frank, what it do, man? What's good with it? He don't got to. You know what I mean? I think in business, I just hope they can get on the same page and do some business and work. You get what I'm saying? Because I just hate to hear the thought of them taking the fight off the table, right? Why take it off the table? You get what I'm saying? Why take it off the table? That's all I'm saying. Don't take it off the table. It don't have to be next, because I know how boxing go, and I've been paying attention to Vergil fights. At some point, he's going to probably get a lighter touch, and why not be in the next fight? But who knows? Because this for an interim title, wouldn't it position him to fight somebody? You get me? So but we're going to see. We're going to find out. But let's listen to Robert, man.
You know, Texas has always been one of my favorite places to fight, so it's awesome to be back.
Better than California.
Look, I love California, obviously, but Texas is one of my favorite places, you know, for fights.
So fight coming up Saturday
night.
Night.
Definitely.
Luben, 2 fighters that will put everything on the line. Throwback fighters, really. What are we expecting Saturday night from Luben and Vergil?
A great fight. Luben looks in great shape, looks very confident. We just had the press conference and he looks very confident. He talked really well. We expect a great fight. Vergil's ready. Vergil's ready to, you know, just like he always is, to put up a show. And like Oscar said, this could be one of those fights that could turn out to be fight of the year. It's a great fight.
Robert, how was he able to focus? You know, how was he able to focus throughout this whole training camp? Or is it, you know, just been the lingering of the talks of boots in, is now boots in, is going to be there? And, you know, all the tune-up fights, now, you know, he's ready to face them. How was he?
Look, what people don't know and what people believe is one thing that Eddie Hearn could say. You know, we're gonna show up because that's the fight we got next. We already got the contract signed. That's not reality. You know, we know that's all just Eddie doing his job. Eddie's great at what he does. Boots doesn't want to fight Vergil. Boots is not going to fight Vergil next. You know, whatever they say.
But why do they feel like he don't want to fight him?
Whatever they say, there's a signed contract already. That's
like, why go to the fight if you're not looking to fight one of the 2 guys in the ring or the winner? I think that's a waste of everybody's time, including their own, because the imaginations of the people is going to run wild. The fact that we feel like you're going to be in the building tonight for the fight says what? That y'all planning to fight this dude at some point. You get what I'm saying? And look, it don't have to be right next. But, man, not too far down the line. I'm talking like within the next fight or so, yeah, they should be in the ring together. That's how I see it.
Bullshit, you know.
All this fake prove yourself. That shit don't make sense. You was willing to fight him before, so much so that you're saying he turned y'all down twice. Y'all was willing to fight him before. Why wasn't it, oh, he got to prove it before he fight us? Now you fast forward to now, he beat the hellfire and brimstone out of Usman Lima. Now they like, nah, he fought 1 round with nobody. He got to prove himself. See, Luben proved himself, and we get it. Luben has proven himself, but all this proving shit, he trying to prove it against your son, man. You get me? That's what I'm saying. He trying to prove it against your son. Marcus, what's good, homie? You get me at least next year. At least. It need to happen before the next 2 years. It need to happen in 2026 for sure. At some point, 2026. Thrill, what happened at 47? I mean, I know I had heard the statement about the 48 months, Thrill. And aside from that, Rabdo, he had got caught Rabdo, and I think that took the fight off the table for them too. But now that they find themselves in another weight class, don't start talking about how he ain't proved himself. Like, come on, man. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So you telling me you looking for him to get a special fight or fight somebody good, beat them, and then you want to fight him? Like, think about that. If he ain't proven, then you got a chance to beat his ass right now. You was willing to fight him before Lima, you should be willing to fight him after. That's all I'm saying. If the time is right, the availability is there, if the timelines match up, fight that man.
Boots is not going to fight. You know, Boots is not going to fight Vergil next. You know, he's going to show up. You know, why didn't they call us up and invite us to his fight 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever he just fought recently? You know, you come to ours, we go to yours. We know we promote the fight. That would have been the perfect idea to do. But you know,
I'm not mad at that idea that Robert is suggesting that he right. Invite them to your fight and vice versa. I get it, but that still don't seem like a reason to not entertain the fight because y'all didn't get invited to the fight. Yo, he pulling up to y'all fight. A lot of people expect y'all to win. AI predicted y'all to win by 9th round KO. If y'all do not let Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz face off in the ring, that shit is going to be criminal tonight. I might pull some hair out, bro. Let that man get in that ring and capture the imagination of the good people, man. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what he on, but they
want to show up, you know, and they are going to show up. That doesn't make a difference. You know, Vergil's going to do his job. But, you know, that's just kind of like trying to get the media, the press to believe that they're ready for the fight. I know they're not. I know they already have a date where they already have, you know, a possible opponent already. So it's all part of the show, part of promoting the event, part of promoting his fighter, and Eddie's doing a great job doing it.
Given on Saturday night after the performance, Vergil, Oscar said that if Boots sees him in person, he's not going to want to fight him anymore.
Especially if Oscar was right. Especially, you know, when he, you know, I'm pretty sure they're going to have him somewhere close to ringside. He's going to hear it. He's going to see it. He's definitely, I'm telling you, he already knows. You know, it's part of the promoting his own fighter. Eddie does a great job at what he does. But I know for a fact they're not going to fight.
And I'm going to say, you know, I might mistake in one word or two here, but, you know, y'all's team overall said, hey, when the Boots fight was offered a year ago, 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
And I think, and I think it could be some motivation for Luben as well, just saying Boots there because he don't like the fact that they trying to line all this up. Like, he just don't matter. Like, that's why I said, man, I wish somebody need to show Luben that AI got him up, man. AI got you getting knocked out, Luben. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with you the whole way, but it's going to be a tough fight tonight, man. Son of God, what's good, homie? How you feeling, bro?
When it was, if I'm not mistaken, Boots, there was videos saying, oh, we need some tune-up fights.
Exactly. Look, the first one was, okay, well, I'm staying at 147. Remember after the fight that he didn't look too good in his hometown, that he said, oh, it's time for me to move up. Okay, well, then there's the Vergil fight. There's the fight that could happen. But then, I still want to fight at 47. That was one. And then the second time, well, you know, was the same. Oh, we won 2 tune-up fights before we go up to. It wasn't just one.
But fuck it, he took one. I'm tired of complaining. Lima got his ass beat. He got hellfire and brimstone beat out of him in 1 round. Now he pulling up to y'all fighting. It sounds like they making excuses. It's like, well, y'all didn't want. And look, I don't think nobody is a duck. Let the record reflect that. My energy is just because it seemed like it's like, okay, y'all didn't entertain us when we wanted it. Like, it's timing. Seemed like y'all were gung-ho. Y'all were cool with taking the fight if he never fought at 54. Now it seemed like he gonna wipe this dude out in 1 round. Now y'all like, nah, man, but you said you wanted to stay down at 47, and then you said you wanted 2 tune-ups, not 1, but 2 tune-ups. He beat 1 guy up, and he coming to y'all fight, trying to line it up. And y'all sound like very like against it. I'm telling y'all, yo, expect to see this shit. Y'all gonna hear more. This ain't gonna be the only time. I hope this ain't what I think it is, bro. Because it's not a good excuse. Now Boots got his fight out the way. Now it seems like he comfortable and ready. He told Vergil he pulling up, man. Nah, don't kill the fight. Do not kill the fight because of some shit that didn't work out. I'm pretty sure plenty of fights have been discussed and didn't happen and then happen later on down the line, man. That's boxing for you, right? Like, that's making it it's no excuse for it. Now y'all both at the weight class because I think it's reasonable to believe that Boots could have used a tune-up at 54. I could believe that. I could believe he wanted a tune-up out the way. You get what I'm saying? I believe now, after seeing how he looked, I think he feeling good. I think he confident. And how do you really see what Boots is made of? You put him in there with guys like Vergil, man. The reason why I'm so big on this fight, because it'll do so much for both of their careers, win, lose, and draw, especially for Boots. If he win, people gonna have to shut up. I'm telling you. He do what I think he can do to Vergil. People gonna have to shut up about Boots. Yeah, he definitely did. He had Frederick Lawson and Thomas Delorme. And I get it. They're going to say, you know, we was trying to make sure everything was right after the rap, though, to make sure I ain't dying there. And I get that. But still, he had a couple tune-ups. Tune-ups are tune-ups. I don't care what the circumstances are surrounding as to why you took them. You took them, right? Earl Spence got, and I hate to go here, but Earl Spence got through from a car and came right back and said no tune-up. That was his life. That was life threat. Came right back and said no tune-up. I get it. Different situations, rap, I get it. But I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with a tune-up, though. You get what I'm saying? Tune-up serve a purpose. It seemed to me now the Boots and company got that tune-up out the way. They don't need no another one. They don't need another one. You think I want to see Boots go wipe somebody else out in one round if it ain't a meaningful fight? And I'm pretty sure they don't want to waste their time with that. I know that man wants to smoke. I done talked to some of his people. I know they said he want that smoke. He want to fight, and I want to believe it. Kellen, he said I haven't seen Vergil get down, so I can't call it. But I've seen Ortiz-Luben fight. You never seen Vergil fight? Vergil a dog, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Vergil a dog. Vergil a dog, man. Vergil a dog. So let's keep playing.
He looked too good in his hometown that he said, it's time for
two here. But you know, y'all's team overall said, hey, when the Boots fight was offered a year ago, 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, let's go, let's get it. But then when it was, if I'm not mistaken, Boots, there was videos saying, oh, we need some tune-up fights.
Exactly. Look, the first one was, okay, well, I'm staying at 147. Remember after the fight that he didn't look too good in his hometown, that he said, it's time for me to move up. Okay, well, then there's the Vergil fight. There's the fight that could happen.
Now, the fight where he didn't look good, he said maybe it's time to move up, but he stuck around for one more fight because he was trying to unify, and he did that. I can see if he stuck around and didn't do nothing, he unified. Then he let the titles go and said it's time to come up.
But then, I still want to fight at 47. That was one. And then the second time was the same. We won 2 tune-up fights before we go up to. It wasn't just one. It's 2 tune-up fights when we go up to 154. And he already got one out of the way, which wasn't even a fight. Everybody knows. Everybody's seen it. It wasn't even a fight. So he's going to take that second one. I know for a fact he's going to take one more. He's not ready to fight Vergil. At least he doesn't want to fight Vergil because he's a very talented fighter. I'm not saying he's not ready. But I know that himself and his dad, they don't want to fight Vergil next.
Well, get the fuck out of here, man. Nah, man. Somebody gotta get Boots, man. He know for a fact he gonna take another tune-up. He know for a fact he don't want to fight Vergil next. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Call a bluff. Shit, man. Call a bluff. Nobody needs to see him in there with another tune-up. I know I don't need to see Boots in another tune-up because we know what's gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? I think one was more than enough for him. I really do. He got 35 fights. Nah, Boots don't need no more tune-ups. He trying to tune Vergil up. He trying to tune Vergil up and tint his eyes, tint his windows and all that, man. Come on, man.
How close do you feel like a fight with Terrence Crawford could happen as well for yourselves, for Vergil? You know, if that fight doesn't happen, I know there was fights in Dallas with Keith Thurman, even one of the Charlo brothers. You know, Crawford's in the mix. You're not thinking too ahead, but do you think
I don't really see
that could be close?
I don't see it that being that close because Crawford is looking at as becoming one of the greatest of all times, and by doing that is maybe picking up a title at 160 and being a 6th division champion and maybe undisputed in 4.
It might be bad business, Blunt, but shit, it's going to be good for us. It'd be bad for their business, I think, but I get it with that's what I'm saying. Is all that turned down shit is timing, bro. What I get from this, I can't tell you what to get from this, but what I get from this, they were cool with fighting Boots if it was at his first fight at 54 where they felt more comfortable. Now it seems like since he had a fight, it's now prove yourself. That doesn't make any sense. If they were willing to fight him before, right? Before he had any fights at 54, he's had one. Why say he got to prove himself now and the fight don't make sense? I don't like the way that sounds. They could keep talking about turning it down, But you know why none of that really means nothing to me? Because he wasn't in the weight class with him yet, right? He turned down T.O. too, right? He said no to T.O. too. Did he duck T.O.? You get what I'm saying? He wasn't in a weight class with him. Now that he's in a weight class with Vergil, I want to see what the energy is from both sides. I want to see if he's going to say, you get me? Oh, now I want to fight him. It's different when you're not in the same weight class to turn the fight down. Did he turn the fight down since they both been at 154 pounds? That's what matters to me. I don't know about y'all, but to me, if he at any point says no to the fight at 54, Houston, we got a problem. You hear me? But saying no to, and Frank, hear me out. Saying no to a fight when you're not in that weight class yet is not the same as being in that weight class and saying no. You get what I'm saying? It's different. It's easier to say no when you're not there, but again, you get what I'm saying? You get up there, then now let's talk. And it seemed like that's what Boot's energy is, right? It's like, now I'm here now, and I ain't saying they don't want to fight. I just don't like the way they sound like they almost killing it, right? They just, how you know what Boots want? You don't know what Boots want and what he gonna do. You don't know that for sure, right? He coming to y'all fight, and like I said, I hope he get in the ring.
Weight classes, which will be unbelievable, something never seen. So that's probably what Crawford's going to go. I don't think he's going to go down to 154 to try to challenge Vergil, unless we move up to 160. Right, but I think he's going up to the bouts, trying to make history, trying to make become a 4th division undisputed champion. So that would be unbelievable, bro.
Last one for me. The news of Jake and Tank. We surprised of everything was happening. I know people are saying that, obviously the situation that Tank's going through, but also that the ticket sales weren't there, the attraction for that fight. You think maybe just the circus of the quote unquote the circus of the fight?
Just the fight, the exhibition itself was a circus, and it's part of the show. At least everybody knew it was just an exhibition. They were not selling it to us as a fight. They announced it as an exhibition, so I was okay with it because it's an exhibition. It's just not, that's just part of what we've seen lately with exhibitions, with fights that don't make any sense. Mike Tyson coming back. Fights that in reality shouldn't even be happening. But it's at least they announced it as an exhibition, which I respect it too.
Robert, thank you so much for speaking.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Good to see you again. Okay,
Roberto Garcia. So, like I said, man, it's just been interesting to hear the different takes, man, and from the sides, right? I would love to, hear what Bozy gonna have to say about this, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna get interviewed. Somebody gonna bring it up that they saying that Boots don't want to fight them right now at all. It's like on one end, and this is why I play these clips. I don't just play them for no reason. I play them so we can hear from the people in real time, right? You just heard from Vergil Ortiz Sr. say the fight don't make sense. He's not even on our radar. We was willing to fight him in October. He didn't want to fight us in October. You get what I'm saying? Now you hear he's not on our radar. The fight don't make sense. He got to prove himself. Then you hear Robert Garcia on the other side talking about he don't want to fight us. He's not going to fight us next. You get what I'm trying to say? It's very like they seem like they're shooting down the possibility or the ideal of them even fighting. But Cameron, what's good with it, bro? But I understand what Blunt is coming from, and I've echoed the same sentiments in terms of I think when they fight, somebody might have a title so it could be for some. You know what I mean? I could see that being a situation where they wanted to be for a title. I could see that ideal situation, but sometimes you never know how the cookie crumble in boxing. And right now it's starting to look like they're aligning with each other. It's starting to look like they passed, right? Starting to look like their timetables is freeing up, right? Vergil gonna have his fight, but you get me? Boots just had one. Now it's like, all these other guys got obligations and shit going on. Do y'all look to then work out a deal? All I'm saying is keep that same energy you had before you got to 54, bro. Seemed like you had a different energy to 54. Now he got here, is like he got to prove himself. Fight don't make sense. He's not on our radar. He's not gonna fight us. Which one is it? I don't like all of those different things, man. I just want to see the fight. And I ain't framing nobody as scary or no duck, because that's not the reality. I just think it's timing in business. I feel like, in my opinion, based on how we seen the first situation play out, seemed like they was willing, they was more confident to try to catch Boots in his first fight at 54, as opposed to now, to me. And that's crazy because if you was willing to fight him before he got there, now he done had one fight and they buzzing. Now they basically picking him as one of the guys that beat you. I would think y'all would want to fight that dude. You know what I'm saying? You get me? So I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, y'all. Sub to the channel. We're gonna keep cooking. Like I said, man, we're gonna have a good build today, and these fights coming on later. It should be fun, man. It should be a good night of boxing. We've been talking about this fight all week, and I can't wait to see it. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see it. This is gonna be a good one, and the implications is huge. Like I said, the minute they put the camera on Boots, man, it should be pandemonium, and everybody need to go crazy. As soon as they put the camera on Boots, go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? You got to get in there, man. What Luben said about fighting Boots, guy, from a business perspective. Yeah. I get you. But you know what? Hey, Blunt, dig this. I talked about that before you got in here. I like that Luben said that because he was honest. But won't they say it? They seem like they saying it too to a degree because they like, if the money makes sense, that's what Vergil Ortiz Sr. said. You know, if the money this or, you know, he got to prove himself. Basically, like money or belt, it sounds like it's on the line. They with it, right? And look, I get it. Vergil is so close to a title. Luben is so close to a title. Do you want Boots could mess up? Let's be honest. Like, and this is why I like the conversation. It's not about being scared, but I don't like the way it sounds when they removing the fight off the table. But we kind of could read between the lines. I don't think they scared for Vergil, and I don't think they scared of Boots, right? I think they know that fight is dangerous. I don't care what they say out their mouth. They know Boots is bad. They know it, man. They know Boots is bad. They know. So it's like, damn, man, we this close to a title. You telling us to fight this dude with no title on the line? And that's why I think Vergil Ortiz Sr. like, bro, we're going to do that. That money got to be right for no title because he could mess that up. Boots can mess up all title plans, bro. He can mess up all title plans. He can ruin everything Vergil got going. You know what I'm saying? Undefeated record out down the drain. Get what I'm saying? One less guy that you KO'd. Like, you get me? Show some vulnerabilities, some weaknesses, right? I like what Luben said because he's being honest. And I feel like his thought process is that because he's been through the ringer. He's been battle tested. It wouldn't make sense for him to just keep fighting tough guys with the reward not being there. And for Luben, the reward is the money and that belt. He's looking for a title. So I respect it and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I think if they just was more honest, but like I said, to a degree, they being honest, you just got to read between the lines. They pretty much saying title or money and we'll fight him. But other than that, he ain't on our radar. We're not about to just fight him just because y'all saying fight him. That's what it sounds like to me. We're not going to fight him just because he had one fight at 54 and knocked out Lima in one round. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like, we see him, but he turned us down twice. He wasn't willing to fight us at his first fight at 54 in October. Man, the hell with it. You know what I mean? We doing other shit. That's what it almost sounds like, bro. That's what it almost sounds like. It really do. Shout out to Big Dog Willie putting that color in the chat. Much love, bro. Tanking Maniacs versus the Haney Coat. Who will win? The losing no match. Special move, Bill Haney. Facts on or Mr. A side. Don't have to fight no one. Just do. Who gonna win? Damn, them Bill Haney facts. Them shits is unmatched because you know ain't none of them joints be facts. Nah, it might be the A side. Don't have to fight nobody. They might win right now, Big Dog. Because they'll argue. They argue everything. They'll argue everything, and they still blacking out on people, man. Shout out to the homie Big Dog Willie. Appreciate the love. Much love, man. They scraping and scrambling and scraping and scrambling. We gonna keep rocking though, y'all. So look, man. They at the weight class where the fight, I think it has to happen. I just think it's a matter of how to get there and win, right? I feel like we shouldn't, 2026 shouldn't pass without those two fighting. No matchmaker, none of that. I'm not putting together the fight. But just in my mind, I don't feel like a whole nother year, like a whole 2026 should pass and we don't see Boots and Vergil fight. You get what I'm saying? I just don't see why that makes sense at all. You get me? So they How's the ring #1 at 54? Has not a championship fight. Who they got at #1 in the ring? Thrill. Who they got? You know, rankings, man. Don't get me. I think the best person to explain the rankings is my dog L-Dub, man. He be on point with them rankings. Boy, what it do? Marcus Vegas just interviewed Eddie Hearn. He said Vergil is Boot's priority. We might could play that because we talking about it now. Sunchild, what it do? Yes, it's fight night, man. We here with the extra credit today, man. Y'all hit that like button, sub to the channel. We're gonna keep building. Y'all, let me see. Let me see. Turkey is gonna make it happen. I think so. I think that money should be right, and they gonna have to fight. You know. Think that money gonna be right, and they gonna have to fight. G. Yeah, we gonna get to this. Shout out to my dog coming through, man. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody rocking out, pulling up on this. We just popped up today to go on a little early, and we're gonna try to call these fights. So hold on. All right, bet. Let me pull this up. This was less than an hour ago, almost an hour ago to be exact. Let's pull this up. Shout out to Fight Hype and Marcos Viegas. Fight Hub, pardon me, Fight Hub. I feel like they're the same person. They get all the interviews, man. Shout out to Fight Hype and Fight Hub. How about that? Shout out to everybody doing their thing. Matter of fact, shout out to the chat and everybody in the chat on this early Saturday afternoon. You know what I mean? While we getting prepared for these fights tonight. But this was perfect. That was perfect timing. Shout out to Poet. That was perfect timing, bro. Because this is exactly what we was talking about. So anybody that's adding any insight or potential update is good with me. I want to hear it. I want to hear what Eddie had to say. Because look, they making it seem like, man, he turned us down. We not fighting him. He turned us down already. And we ain't thinking about his ass. He don't want no smoke. But I know Eddie ain't going for that shit. Eddie said he signed up. Part of him signing back on board was for that Vergil smoke. And all I'm going to say is it's feeling like 147 all over again, y'all. I ain't even going to lie. It's feeling like 47 all over again. But let's get to this. We're going to get right to it. Where is it? Edward. Okay, let's get Edward Hearn up here, man. Nah, yeah, hey, Cameron, you probably wasn't around when he first started the trolling, man. If you was here for how it started, you would get it. You would get it. You would definitely get it.
Boots isn't the type to vault over the top rope and start. Worth? Listen, I'm looking. It's a great. Worth? My
bad. Get it. Him, my dog.
What's up, Eddie? How's it going?
Bro? How you feeling?
All good, mate. All good. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Are you gonna roll up to Texas or what?
Of course, of course. I'm in New York at the moment. Having me.
It's not like real quick, Cameron. It's not directed to like the true supporters. It's directed to the people that like be losing their mind. Like think about something, Cameron. For a while, Big Dog was saying that Jake and Tank was fighting, right? He was saying that shit. He was super chatting for the longest, saying that. People was mad at him for saying it. They got mad at him. Them same people that's mad, it's probably one or two of them that probably told him he was right. All them people getting mad. You get what I'm saying? So it's like they argue everything. It's to the super fans. If you're not a super duper fan of the fighter, it don't apply to you. It's just to them crazy maniacs. Like I told you, if I show you my inbox and those people, their favorite fighter is Tank, the way they talk crazy, you'll be blown away, bro. It's crazy how they do.
Meetings this week, and then tomorrow we'll make the trip to Fort Worth. Listen, I'm looking. It's a great fight, and it's not like this isn't a kind of disrespectful move. Like we're not. Boots isn't the type to vault over the top rope and start. You know, it's just that
that'd be pretty cool if he did.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he switches up and does it, but I don't. I think we want the fight, and we want to be seen. To like, I haven't flown over here for a laugh to pretend. Like we 1,000,000% want the fights. For me, it's one of the best fights in boxing. So, you know, Golden Boy worked with the Zone. We work with the Zone. We've got a decent relationship at the moment with Golden Boy. They're two of the best fighters in the world in their absolute primes. Let's make it happen. That's all we're saying. And yeah, so, and obviously if we get the fight for Boots, it would be good to watch Vergil in the flesh. And I think it's a positive thing that we're going, and looking forward to a great fight.
There's no agreement.
And that's the thing, man. Y'all going here. Y'all got to go with the intent to apply pressure to, you get what I'm saying? Apply pressure, make your presence felt. You gotta want to push the issue, get the conversation steered in the right direction, and move away from this. Oh, he turned us down crap. Like we need to start a new conversation. There needs to be a new conversation surrounding this fight. And it don't need to be, he need to prove himself or he ain't on our radar and it don't make sense and all this stupidness, right? We want to see the fight.
Agreements in place. Nothing's been worked on. It's solely you're just waiting to see what happens in this fight to move forward.
Well, we had a meeting a while ago with Golden Boy and DAZN, and we all agreed that we want to make the fight. We all agreed on the terms for the fight.
So Oscar and Robert all say like that.
If Joshua replaced Tank, he messed around, knocked Jake's head smooth off.
That, like when you said like there was an agreement in place, they say quote unquote BS. That didn't happen.
Okay, well, if you ask them, did you sit in an office and talk through the terms of the fight and agree these would be the correct terms for the fight? I mean, DAZN were there as well, not making it up and not making an imaginary meeting. It's definitely not a contract. It doesn't mean they have to stand by that. What they said was the terms of the fight, but that has been discussed. It was a very positive meeting. And we went away. And when we signed our extension with Boots, we also signed for him to fight Vergil Ortiz on the terms that we discussed. Again, we can change those terms. I mean, but ultimately Boots is in. So all we need is Vergil Ortiz to be in and we're going to make it happen.
And real quick, do you see how that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear all this shit taking the fight off the table. Right? One side is doing that. Now, Oscar hasn't done it, which is important as well, but trainer and the father, they kind of like sounding like they taking it off the table. Eddie Hearn is breathing life into it. That's all. I don't want to hear that. It don't make sense. Like, what the hell you mean? That should make all the sense in the world.
I get that. It's like, well, why do we need Boots? It's like, well, come on, guys, let's not start all that. Like, why do we need Vergil Ortiz? He doesn't have a belt. We just think he's the best 154-pounder in the world. We want to prove we're the best 154-pounder in the world, which we believe we are. Let's do it. So, again, this isn't like, you're ducking, you're running. We might get there, but at the moment, it's not. It's just more like, look, guys, this is a brilliant fight for boxing. You can make your money. You can prove who's the best. Let's do it.
So if Vergil wins, you guys get in the ring, no announcements. It's just, hey, let's get it on. No. There's work to do. To do. Eric Gomez phoned me before the Lima fight and said, I just want to let you know, we want to do the fight. We're focused
out the rules. We're gonna talk about that a little bit in a second. I got some clips to talk about that, the fight being canceled, because there's still a little information and people coming out to speak about it. But ultimately, it was a free fight, so I thought for entertainment purposes, it was cool. You know what I mean? I think the outrage as far as people complaining about the fight was dumb.
Focused on Luben. It's and it's not an easy fight, but once that fight is done, we'll all move forward to try and make the fight. I don't think Team Ortiz and Oscar, I don't know. It depends on how much they actually really want the fight, whether they want to get us in the ring. Because when you do that, you're kind of putting pressure on yourself that you have to take the fight at that point. So if they actually want the fight, like if I was representing Ortiz and I wanted the fight and Boots was ringside, I'd be saying, quick, get in, like head to head. I did it recently with Navarrete and knew.
That's what I'm saying. Like the fact that they ain't even embracing the face off, I can't say they scary now. I just thought the energy would be like different. Like, all right, bring your ass to the fight. We're gonna show you how we do us. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna show you who the best 54-pounder is, and you can step in the ring if you want. Like, I want to hear a different approach. Like, because whining about offers being turned down when he wasn't in the weight class is wild. He here now. Fuck all of that. Like, what you want to do? That's why I want to hear that different energy, bro. I want to hear like.
Right, which is probably one of the best fights.
That's a really good
phenomenal
fight.
Yeah, but he's ringside, and I'm looking at that fight going, this is one of the best fights in boxing. Hey, get in. And he's like, what, me? I'm like, yeah, I want to make you two early next year. Let's do a head-to-head. Let's get momentum going. Let's get excitement going. Let's create demand for the fight. because the fighters are going to want to get paid, and that's the way you do it, by promoting that fight. What you don't want to do is you don't want to say, well, why would we fight Boots? He doesn't draw much, which is all bullshit. Like the reality is, if
Eddie Hearn, don't start talking all that dumb stuff now that the fight is within an arm's reach, is what I'm saying, right? And I understand everybody got their plans and their timeline and things that they want to do, but just don't kill the fight. I like Eddie Hearn's attitude, is what I'm saying, about the fight in terms of making it. And he sound like a promoter's supposed to. Just like, to be fair, Oscar don't sound like he's shooting the fight down either. It just seemed like Robert Garcia and Vergil Ortiz Sr. seemed like they a little annoyed at the fact that, I don't know, it's like, it seemed like they feel like it's going to happen on their terms. Like, just because he here now don't mean, oh, we got to stop everything we doing. But I don't think that's the case. I think it's, if y'all feel like Vergil Ortiz is the best 154-pounder, Eddie Hearn and company feel like Jerron Ennis is the best 54-pounder. What do you mean the fight don't make sense? Make all the sense in the world.
really want the fight, you start talking it up. So we'll find out.
Right. Talk the fight.
I think, they are starting to talk it up, but maybe this is just, your typical like fight talk. Oscar yesterday saying once you guys see what Vergil does to Luben, you guys aren't going to want to fight. Robert
it's too
Garcia,
late for that. Yeah. What did Robert say?
Robert said that he knows beyond a shadow of doubt you guys aren't going to take the fight, that you guys already have an opponent for Boots, already have a date for him, and it's not Vergil.
Perfect interview, man. I was just talking
about
We
have no opponent. We have no date. We have nothing planned for Boots Ennis. We just want Vergil Ortiz.
Oh,
he's the number one choice. He's our sole focus. But listen, let's hope he comes through Luben. I mean, this would be a disaster. I want me money back on my airfare if he gets beat. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think he will. I think he's a very good fighter. Robert is one of the best trainers in the world. But I probably like Robert. I class him as a friend. Like, I'll tell him from me. I promise you. I promise. We want this fight because I'm so sure Boots beats Vergil Ortiz, but it is a tremendous matchup. Tremendous matchup.
Yeah. Speaking about
you see, that's all, man. Shout out to my guy Puy for letting me know about this interview, because this directly responds to the couple of interviews I just played, the little clips with Vergil Ortiz Sr. Everything he said, what Robert Garcia said. Marcus he asked about that directly. And look, this is what I said. Shout out to Devin. Appreciate you, bro. It's lining up. There's nobody in line for him. The Baru fight, I thought that was the thing for Boots. But then when I heard Xander, I'm like, oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, Xander and Baru. That clears up some room. You got B Murder, as they call him, right? I heard somebody call him B Murder, Bakram. Ain't fight Josh Kelly, right? And so on and so forth. Guys are just off the table. Don't try to get out of this don't cheat us out of this opportunity to see these dudes face off tonight, is what I'm saying, if Vergil wins. Because Luben is already feeling disrespected by these lames. You did. Shout out to the Professor and McQueen, my guy. Let's keep rolling, y'all.
Wanting to get your money back, Tank and Jake Paul falling through. I'm out $1,500 because of that.
You better email those guys, see if they'll wire it to you.
Hey, yeah, right. That's not going to happen. You know that already. But
1,500, damn. Speaking and the Jake and Tank thing is tied into that. People,
what do you make of the news of the fight cancellation?
14 and 21 days.
Are you surprised that it happened?
I mean, look, Tank is so temperamental. Like, at this point, I don't think you could really run a promotion on the basis of him being in a fight. And that's been the case probably for a while now. But Al Heyman has done a really good job, and his team, and Calvin Ford and those kind of guys, to get him in the fight. This is obviously different. Probably not training to the same kind of intensity. The stuff in his personal life's got nothing.
I heard he wasn't training like that too.
Nothing to do with me, and I don't know enough about it to comment, but clearly there's issues, and clearly he's not going to fight. For Jake, it's a disaster. For MVP, for Netflix, it's a disaster, because unfortunately they will start to learn, the broadcaster, what boxing is like, which unfortunately is, can really let you down at times, and you can be building up and it can cost you a lot of money, and it would have cost them a lot of money. They've had press conferences, they've had campaigns, they've had film. I mean, several hundreds, if not millions of dollars already been spent on that fight. So it's a real pain in the arse. Sometimes when you make the wrong fight, it just, like, I don't know, like almost like God has a way of just like making sure there's issues, you know, like when there's a great fight. And that's when I talk about, like, and I know it's not Jake Paul against Tank, but when it's like Boots Ortiz or Nunes Navarrete, and you've got two great fighters who are just tremendous professionals, and like that, you just feel like those fights are solid, you know. And then here you've just got issue after issue after issue, and it's almost like you're trying to band-aid every little problem to get it to fight night, and then unfortunately something major happens where it means the fight just can't happen.
Hey man, he's speaking some real shit, man. I think fighters or the teams of the fighters do a very good job at making sure their guys make it to the fight on fight night. And sometimes I think they mask a lot of issues and problems going on. And sometimes things have a way of rearing his head and making it so that the fights don't go through. I think that's real, but I just think that's part of being us, right? Like you go through things and you try to get through them and you try to stay professional and keep things afloat. But I think it does get to a particular point where, you know, doing things under those circumstances become much harder to do, right? It becomes a lot harder to do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes shit get in the way. So I think that's what it is. And yeah, shout out to Ruben. I ain't glad to fight, but I ain't tripping about it. But because I know it's going to be more boxing. I just wish it, truth be told, if it was up to me, I wish the fight would have happened. You know what I mean? So we could have seen it for what it was and seen the fights on the card. You know what I mean?
Help me out a second, Eddie, just if you could get a little bit more center there, so it's easier for us to go and edit, so you don't your face doesn't get cut off. You know, so the search is on for opponents. I know there's contract stipulations with AJ, he's exclusive to DAZN, but have they reached out? Did they reach out this week? Like, is that a possibility?
Yeah, I've spoken to Nicolas a few times on it. I mean, there's nothing to report to you that it's close, or, you know, there's a lot of hoops to jump through. Of course, AJ is exclusive to DAZN. We also work very closely with His Excellency, and although we have no contract with him, we're in talks for big fights next year. Of course, Tyson Fury being one of them. So we'd definitely give him the respect of making sure that he was aware of the plan and, you know, part of that plan as well. But at the moment, you know, there's nothing major to report on that. Would we take the fight? Absolutely. I think Jake would be, I mean, my estimations of Jake Paul would go through the roof if he signs to fight Anthony Joshua, because I just can't believe in my mind that he would do something like that. I mean, Gervonta was a smart one because of his size. Like, you know, I think actually he would have had a lot of success against Jake Paul, but the size is a problem. But this would just be, you know, like if Jake Paul was to take the fight with AJ, you'd really have to maybe carry his balls in a wheelbarrow on the ring walk, you know, because that would be, because AJ wouldn't mess around in there.
Yeah, AJ,
you know?
do
So
that.
it would be
That's
huge.
why I don't see that fight happening.
Nothing.
I think it's too risky for the Paul brand and his brand, or whatever his brand is, whatever you think it is, MVP and his brand. Because I think Anthony Joshua would knock his ass spark out. You talking about Jake being a cruiserweight / heavyweight? Anthony Joshua is a heavyweight. You get what I'm saying? Full-fledged heavyweight. Hell no, way too much experience. Former unified champion twice. Nah, that's not the fight for Jake. If you want to stay on your winning streak. Judah Vision, my dog, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling?
To tell you it's close, just a few conversations.
He getting punched out
All
the ring.
right. Hey, speaking of AJ, so what's the latest on his return? I see you guys announced the fight in Ghana. He's always wanted to have a fight in Africa. He has Africa tattooed on his shoulder, I believe. I would think that's the perfect card to put him on, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, a fight in Africa originally was planned for February time. You know, this fight this year, we just talk about it like that sort of 8-round run-out fight where it's quite unusual. We've never looked at doing it before because AJ's always the guy that fills the stadiums, and he still is. But with that comes a huge amount of pressure. Also, the need.
Matt, what it do, homie? So right, yeah,
to
AJ
fight
his ass
a
out.
real,
All
quite a
over
tough
time.
fight.
Yeah, CJ, you trying to get him sent to the shadow realm, bro. You just hear me say about his brand, yo, Opataya be worse than AJ because he throwed off. Opataya don't want you, and Opataya fight you like you being in the ring with him alone is disrespectful. Like, that's definitely not something Jake Paul ever need, bro. He gonna get punched out his socks and shoes messing with him.
And when
bro.
you've been out for like a year and a half, coming off a knockout defeat, we just talked about the benefit to him of actually just getting back in a groove, you know, wrapping your hands, just turning up on the night, you know, just beating someone and then going into a bigger fight and then going into Tyson Fury. So, you know, everything is still an option at the moment. And, you know, there's a lot of people think he might fight on December 20th in Ghana. There's a few other cards he might fight on as well. Or he might just wait till February of next year.
So the decision's on him, or do you guys already know? Like,
yeah, I think that this. I mean, there are a lot of conversations at the moment. You know, there's conversations with His Excellency about that plan in 2026. Of course, there's a couple of preliminary Jake Paul discussions. There's the idea of him hopping on a card that already exists. But it's a race against time now to kind of get those. Like, you know, if we're going to do a deal with His Excellency, that's imminent. Obviously, Ben Eubank next week. If we're going to fight Jake Paul, I mean, he'd want to probably announce an opponent next week or in the next week or so. If we're going to fight on one of the cards that exists already, we'd probably have to line up an opponent quite quickly. So we're running out of time if we're going to do something this year. And if we're going to do something this year, it'll be decided in the next week.
Has he been in camp already? Has he been training?
Yeah, he's just in camp now. You know, so he'd be ready to fight on a couple of weeks' notice in an 8-round sort of easy-ish fight. But
I think he would get Ward time to train. He would be surprised a lot of people. And yeah, Ward for sure. For sure. Speaking of that, I had a little clip that I wanted to play and get it out the way too, because it was talking about Ward.
Andre Ward has officially been approached to fight Jake. Let's see if he gonna fucking step up. All that shit you was talking, you been asking for this fight, take it, homie, and get rid of Jake for us. You and your boys always talking that Jake ain't real. Get him up out of here.
But they want him to get ready for the November date, or are they pushing this back?
No, they pushing it back. That ain't our problem, man. You an elite level fighter, Hall of Fame first ballot. You should be able to beat, man, if Floyd said give me 6 weeks, you should need 6 weeks. End the fucking story. And you got enough time. This week 1 right now. Let's get to work.
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Ness, man. He made that sound good. But Ward to whoop Jake ass, bro. To even make it sound like that's something crazy for Ward to beat his ass fresh out of retirement, bro. I'm convinced Ward will beat his ass fresh out of retirement. Too much experience, too much IQ, too crafty. That shit is not, they're not even in the same realm in terms of boxing knowledge and IQ. Andre Ward, fuck Jake Paul up, bro. And I just want to be honest.
If he wants a championship fight over 12 rounds, it's likely we'll see that one in the beginning of 2026.
Yeah, I would imagine if he's in an 8-rounder, he's going to take a pay cut. Like he's cool with that,
the money's right? The money's not really the motivator here, Marcos. It's more just getting into the groove of like returning. Like if you come back after a year and a half and you're in a tough championship fight against a guy that fought 3 months ago and is on a good run, it's like, you know, of course the money's always a motivator, but he's doing all right. You know, this is more about the final run in his career where we can get the most out of his ability and just be 100% at the key moments at the big times.
I saw a thing online saying that he's thinking about switching camps. Is that accurate, or switching trainers?
I mean, I think any announcement like that will come from him, but he's always been a guy that goes into camps and learns. And, I think it's well documented. He spent a bit of time in the Usyk camp just to look at the setup, really. I mean, he's always trying to evolve and improve. And like I said, this is the last, I don't know whether it's going to be 2 fights or 5 fights or 6 fights. But it's the last run. So he's a guy that just wants to make sure he gets the best out of every situation. And that sometimes is just looking and learning.
Do you think an announcement will be made next week?
I don't know. I think probably maybe early the week after. Obviously, it's Ben Eubank next week. So there's a lot going on. And Friday now. So, there's nothing that's imminent to be signed. But there's a lot of conversations that are happening right now.
But I would imagine like there's a preferential date then for him, right?
I mean, because of now we're in the coming up to the second week of November, probably early to mid-December would be preferable.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Speaking of Ben and Eubank too, they're rematching next week.
So that was some good insight for the most part, man, in terms of Boots and the conversation we was having. I'll stop it there. I ain't gonna play the rest, because he probably ain't talking about what we was talking about. But I like it. He confirmed what and it's crazy if y'all really be listening to what I was saying. Eddie Hearn just confirmed what I was already saying to y'all before I played that. I said it seemed like the timeline is freeing up, like their timelines are lining up, if I'm looking at it correctly, because excuse me, I don't hear Boots' name with nobody else. I heard Abbas Baru is a potential next opponent. We know that's not the case, but I said it outside of that, I didn't hear his name in the mix with nobody. I heard him saying Vergil. He just did a recent interview like a day or two ago where he said, bro, I want Vergil. And he said, all right, the winner, whoever. Like, I want Vergil, the titles. He's saying the same shit. So, but you hear Eddie Hearn say the same thing I said as far as the timelines. They don't have no date, nobody available. They don't have nothing going on. They completely free to make a fight. And that's what I'm saying. That makes sense to me. Now that it ain't no, I'm transitioning from 147 to 54. None of that is the case. It ain't none of that. No, I'm here now. I got to fight. I beat ass. I'm here. What's up? You know, let's sit down and make a fight. That's what I want to see them do. I don't want to hear no, oh, man, nah, he got to prove himself now. That shit don't sound right. Don't sound like you want to fight him. You was willing to fight him in October. What's the difference from a few months from October? What changed? What changed? What changed between October when you said he got offered to fight you and now, in a couple months from now, right? You wanted to fight him then, you should still want to fight him. If y'all still interested in beating that guy's ass, then you should do it. Because right off the bat, no matter who you think you fighting and been beaten up, if you fight Boots, that's going to be a better win on your resume than all them guys that you thinking about. Yeah, them Thomas Delorme's and Frederick Lawson's, yeah, them shits don't count. You get what I'm saying? And that's and Boots is trying to prove himself by fighting the top guys. Vergil is a top guy. I don't care what nobody said. That man is a beast. And we're going to find that out tonight. Win, lose, or draw, you're going to see just what Vergil made of. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. They just sound like, now that he here, it's like, man, he got to prove himself, man. The fight doesn't make sense. He's not on our radar. How the hell is one of the best fighters in the world that just got into your weight class not on your radar? He gonna be putting belt to ass. Don't get no drive-by and one mixtape pulled on you, bro. You better be paying attention, bro, because Boots right there. Him not being on your radar is bad. Yeah, that's nasty work because he gonna beat ass. Their team moving like Boots should have took 25. Hey, Jordan. Hey, man, he should have took that 25, man. He should have took that 25, man. Said Luben gonna beat Vergil up. Yo, yeah. I mean, look, I wouldn't be mad at it because I'm rooting for Luben, but I just feel like Vergil gonna pull it off. You know what I'm saying? Definitely rooting for Luben because I feel like he got a smaller margin for error in fighting on the Golden Boy card, fighting one of the Golden Gooses on Golden Boy. It's gonna be tough. So go to decision. He gonna have to Hey, 12 threes. Hey, man. Hey, man. I see him too, bro. I just seen him, bro. That's why I started laughing. I just seen him. I just seen his ass, man. He was just punching a pole. There you go. This shit is, yo, you know what it is, bro? To a degree, it's like they'll push your shit if you up here making a fool of yourself. Like, I'm serious. I'm so serious. Don't get it wrong. You know, people do their thing, but it's like if you really making a fool of yourself, they'll, you know what I'm saying? It's wild, bro. I'm not gonna be punched. This boy got a tea bag or something wrapped around a pole with some damn elastic bands. This man got a traffic vest on. He ain't got shit to do with, you know what? Vergil don't have to comment that Luben has Vergil fought nobody, but he's good. Nah, Vergil fought good competition. Yeah, bro got a tea bag with some damn elastic bands wrapped around the damn telephone pole with some title boxing gloves on. He got the first pair of boxing gloves, that the display pair, the red ones, the display pair. He got a display pair of boxing gloves on with a damn traffic vest on it. It ain't no traffic. Heat of traffic. Shit is bogus, man. Outrageous, bro. Telling you, bro. You make a fool out of yourself, they love it. I ain't doing it. I ain't selling out. Hell nah. Title boxing. I'm telling you, the first pair I ever bought, the display joints, the ones that they ain't really supposed to wear because they just been on display for so long. He bought them. He got them shits on right now, punching the tea bag or the shit like like the ice pack, like an ice pack or something, like the soft ice pack. Like that's what he got on there. Shit is diabolical. But hit the like button, y'all. We're gonna keep building for a bit. So yeah, man. We gotta see what's going come of this, man. I like the shit that Eddie Hearn is speaking. I like how Boots is thinking. They thinking about pulling up. That at least puts some kind of pressure on Vergil Ortiz and them to acknowledge him if they win. You can't win a fight and just act like he not there. You can't win no fight and act like Boots not there, bro. Because they going to ask you what you want next. And he going to be right there. They're going to tell you he there. And they need to. I'm telling you, if they cheat us out the face off, I'm going to lose my shit. Parsley said, do you watch UFC? A little bit when I catch it. Well, next you about to tell me I should call UFC, huh? I know it's coming. Shout out to Parsley, man. Make sure you double tap the screen, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications are on. That go for everybody in here. If you ain't hit the like button, make sure you do, man. We building. Same thing with Mike Tyson. King used to say, any attention is good attention back when he's promoting. Neon speaks, getting in trouble. Think Boots will be there? Nah, yeah, he gonna be there. They said it. They said they going. Eddie Hearn said they going there. They pulling up. Yeah, it's a DAZN event. They pulling up. Boots pulling up. And I want to see it. We're gonna have some fun with it, man. Gonna have some fun with it, bro. Gonna have some fun. But let's keep building. So overall, y'all, so we all on the same page. For me, I think both fighters will fight each other. It sounds like Boots' side is more focused on Vergil than Vergil is on them, and I get it because he got a big task ahead of him tonight. But despite that, his dad talking about he not on their radar. How is the guy not on your radar that you just was willing to fight in October? You know what I mean? Less than a month ago, you was willing to fight him, right? But now he's not on your radar. That shit don't make sense. It sound like now that he's here, it's like reality set in. Y'all see what he looked like, and y'all know what he did to Lima ain't no fluff. Like he won't do everybody or Vergil like that in one round, right? But y'all know that shit is gonna be a lot to deal with. Being on the other end of that guy and having to coach against him is gonna be a problem. That's why y'all keep talking about focusing on offers. That shit don't mean nothing. Like, again, don't tell me about no offer made when a guy wasn't in the weight class. I want to hear him say he turned down an offer at 154 pounds while he was currently campaigning there. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm not impressed with a guy not electing to fight another dude that he's not in that weight class with yet. He said he wanted to stay at 47. He wanted to unify. That's what he did. After he unified, he moved right up. He got him a fight, and now he calling for Vergil. Sound like it makes sense to me. You say, I hope Luben win. Me too. Might not even let Boots in the ring. Yo, Mac, if they do that, then we got to jump somebody, Mac. They can't cheat us out of the moment, bro. They can't cheat us out of the moment, bro. You know what I mean? Let them guys, I just want to see great fights. And that's a 50-50 fight. They both dogs. They both dogs. You get what I'm saying? Them dudes is both dogs. Vergil is a beast. I don't know why he get the disrespect that he get. I'm telling y'all, go look at Vergil's resume again. Go pay attention to his run at 47. I ain't saying it was historic, but he wasn't a guy ducking challenges and smoke. Vergil he wasn't a guy doing that. And then he got it at 54, and you see what his last 3 fights are going to be. His last 3 fights, Boachuk, Madrimov, and Lima. I mean, not Lima and Luben. You get me? Nobody that has a 3-fight lineup like that back to back is scared of challenges. Those all different challenges from Boachuk, Madrimov, 2 different fighters, right? To Erickson-Luben. Some say the qualities that Erickson-Luben possesses, the shit that's going to give him trouble tonight. They saying outside of Vergil coming forward behind that high guard with the pressure, man, Luben might be in the boxing. So this is a really good fight, man. Vergil is not avoiding nobody. And then if you Luben, he fought Charlo at 22. That speaks for itself. I don't care if he got knocked out. He fought Jermell Charlo, who was just a former undisputed 154-pound champion. Fought that dude before he was undisputed, but he fought him at 22 years old. And Charlo went on to become an undisputed champion. Just let that sink in what type of time Luben on. Yeah, he took a loss to Fundora too, but look how he bounced back since then. Luben ain't never done shit. He deserved way more respect. The losses is the reason you should respect him, not disrespect him. Look who he lost to. Look when he fought him. Everybody ain't beating down the door to get in there and fight no 6'5", 6'6", fucking, NBA shooting guard. Ain't nobody trying to fight that dude. Human slender man. He could punch you from all the way to the other side of the ring, bro. No nobody trying to get in there and fight him. Luben said, I'll do it, and was beating him up and winning on the cards before they stopped the fight. Gotta put way more respect on Luben's name. Hell yeah, I'm rooting for him tonight while enjoying the fighter that Vergil is. I like Vergil a lot. I'm rooting for Vergil. I mean, for Luben, it's nothing against Vergil. It's just the people that slight him. I know full well if Luben lose, they're going to treat him like he a gatekeeper, a journeyman. He never was that good. He can't win the big fight. I hate how we throw our fighters away when we lose, especially 3 losses. And now it's the back-to-back, the top fighters. They ain't going to let Luben hear the end of it. And for Ortiz, if Ortiz lose, his people still going to rock with him. Fans still going to rock with him. They're not going to throw him away at the 1 loss. Some people going to be talking he overrated or he got cooked. It's always that, right? But for the most part, it's going to be less fallout from him losing. I want to let the record reflect tonight, man. Whoever wins or loses the fight is not a loser, bro. It shouldn't be trashed. They shouldn't be disrespected. Get what I'm saying? Especially if they go out there and put forth the effort that we know they're capable of. I think both guys need to deserve respect, win, lose, or draw. Statement fight for Ortiz, absolutely. And for Luben, it's the big one. Can you win the big one? Erickson Luben, can you win the big fight? This is the biggest fight of your life right now. And look, it leads to even bigger fights if you can win it. Can you win this shit? Can you win? You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. Can you win? Can you win this? Can you win this fight? Can you beat this guy? Ernest, what's good? Well, it's gonna be a great fight. I didn't know who to pick. Yeah, me either. But look, this is how I look at it. My heart with Luben. I watched his entire career. I watched how he signed to Mike Tyson, blew up. I remember when that squat punch when he knocked out Jorge Cota, when that shit went viral. I seen when he went up against Charlo. I'll give y'all a little insight, something that y'all probably didn't know. When he fought Charlo, I was rooting for Luben. How about that? I rooted against both Charlo brothers once. Not rooted against them like against them, but I picked against them, should I say, once apiece. I wanted to really see Luben win against Mel. It's just self-explanatory why I watched this come up, right? And I wanted to see J-Rock pull it off against Maul Charlo. Ernest, what's good, my guy? Crazy, man. It's crazy. It's wild, bro. It's wild. Yeah, let's get the likes up, man. If y'all haven't heard, he said the pre-lit started on the zone. Bet, and McQueen was good. We're going to rock for a bit more, and we're going to get to it because I'm going to get situated and prepared to try to call these fights later. Yeah, nope. I don't know if I'm doing pre-lit, but what's good? How you feeling, bro?
I'm nervous. I'm stressed.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I cut my nails so I wouldn't be biting them. Listen, man, I'm very, very torn in this fight because on one hand, I am a Vergil Ortiz fan. I'm letting y'all know I am biased. I want my guy to win.
Right.
By the same token, looking at a guy like Erickson Luben,
right,
he has not had an easy path. We've seen some guys, and this is no disrespect, right? But at 154, we just had Xander Zayas become the WBO champion, fighting the guy. If I'm not mistaken, this gentleman was like outside of the top 10. And it's no slight to him. What's my man's name? Perez, the one that beat Charles Conwell. That was his path to a damn championship. So, like, imagine if you're Erickson Luben and your first title shot comes against Jermell Charlo.
Right.
Then you get another opportunity, and then it's Sebastian Fundora.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then now for the WBC interim, he's gonna be facing Vergil Ortiz. Like that is the epitome, bro, of like getting this shit the hard way.
Right.
So if he were to pull it off, it would be bittersweet for me because I want to see Vergil move on to greener pastures, fight against Boots, fight against any of these other guys, maybe become a full-time champion, right?
Right.
But by the same token, I would be ecstatic for Luben because it would be well-deserved. Like this dude, man, he converts.
Yeah, Al Booger, I'm gonna try to
the path less traveled, bro. Like very seldom do you see guys like that put themselves in position after taking big losses or having setbacks. Like one that comes to mind for me is maybe Tevin Farmer had a couple of L's before he finally became a champion.
Right.
So,
yeah, I'm gonna try to double back Al Booger. Shout out to everybody rocking out with me. We just gonna keep building. Y'all know how we do. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna have a good night.
Shout out to Luben. If he get the job done, hey man, well deserved. No hate, no slander. That man deserves everything that's coming for him.
Right.
Or coming to him.
Man. Good card, man. Tonight, and we had one Friday. I love back to back. It give me a different sense of peace, bro. When I get to like watch boxing and back to back days, like people don't get it. I be a chill dude. I don't need much. Give me some food, give me my little smokables, and I'm good for the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I'm quiet. I ain't got nothing to complain about. It's a good day. Get me boxing coming on back to back, and then we got a meaningful fight. You know what I'm saying? Tiger Johnson made a statement last night in a huge way.
Big time.
Man,
Tiger Johnson, I apologize to you, sir. I wasn't rooting against you, but I picked against you.
I just knew he was always capable of that. I said it was going to be a show and prove kind of fight for him. You're going to have to show that.
Bro.
You get me that you can put it all together. Because that's the only thing people question.
Bro, you seen the past couple Nicolas Flaz fights?
This is what I'm saying. He caught him on a hell of a run.
Oh my God! Like Nicolas Flaz fought himself damn near into contention. This dude was like top 10 in the IBF.
Remember, he upset my guy Jahad Tucker.
Yes, he did. He did upset. That's the only
I was pissed off with that. I was pissed off.
Tucker guy, bro. So Nicolas Flaz.
Yeah, Jahad Tucker is my guy, man. He went on a run. Right, he got a win before then, right? He got a majority decision. Then he got Jahad Tucker by majority decision. Then he went on a run. You know what I mean? Two TKOs, a UD, another TKO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fight win streak. You get me? That's what tight. And let the record reflect. That's why I'm glad I got my guy up here for a second. Let the record reflect. He fought that dude coming off a 6 fight win streak too. Very dangerous and poised. And he beat what my guy be saying, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. Be Earth, Wind, and Fire out my man.
Be Earth, Wind, and Fire out Nicolas Flaz last night.
And I had my reservations about Tiger Johnson. Not his skill set, not his technique, not his ability. Yo, chill with the bitches in the street. My son is wilding out. I'm gonna have to beat him. He said something about bitches in the streets. But in any event. Yeah, so Tiger Johnson got the skills, got the technique, all that good stuff. But the couple of fights that we've seen, the Boca Chica fight,
yo, bro, doing karate, he doing chest bump. Bro, don't send me this stuff,
bro.
No more.
He was apprehensive.
Man out here sweaty as hell, so chest bumping a cold.
Like he did last night, and he did what I said he would have to do. It would be either you got to match this guy in output or you got to put something serious on him to be able to slow him down. And that right hand, man, that shit was serious. I thought the fight was going to be over right then and there. So I give Flaz a lot of credit for fighting on and getting stopped on his feet because he was getting his ass toe
he knocked his Brillo pad off.
Oh, my God.
He definitely did. He had that shit like a wet speaker, bro. I was like, bro, why is he doing this man like this? He did him that bad there. That shot right there, and then the one where you could see his damn handprint on the other side of his jaw. That right hand that you talking about, Ant, that shit was bogus. That shit was deadly disrespectful. And man, I really want to interview this man, bro. I got to try to get him on here because I want to know like the trainer change situation. And I know I put the rumors out here earlier, you know, before you got in here. And yeah, I was starting rumors. You know what I'm saying? I started the rumor that Nicolas Flaz had to talk about Tiger Johnson mom, and Tiger Johnson got to be going through a breakup. Because the fact that he came out there and beat this man ass like this. But even when he jabbed him, I don't know if you caught it in the first round, Tiger ate a jab and got it right back. It was like, but I know you ain't just jabbed me. I was watching this fight with a different lens. Like, bro fighting like, yeah, they had something going on. He said his mother. He told him his mother in Spanish. Right before they touched gloves, he said his mom. And the girl that he broke up with is in the crowd. His mom and his ex is in the crowd. Tiger showed both of them. He showed his girl. She picked the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? It did. This for Mon Dukes. He talked about his mother because he beat his ass, man. The last time I seen somebody get their ass beat like that, that's what it was. It was a breakup. Or you talking about they dead folks. That's what he talked about. That's what he did. He talked about his dead folks or something. That's what that was.
Tiger's jab though. Damn, that shit was like the battering ram. God damn, that jab
was disrespectful. AZ from start to finish, bro. He beat him from A to Z.
And that was another one of those question marks that we were discussing going into the fight.
Right.
How was the change in coach gonna affect his performance?
Yeah.
And god damn it, it affected it all right, but in a positive way. Hugely positive way.
That's real. That's crazy that he managed to you know, like make that such a non-factor. It just gives me more hope for Luben going into this because he said he already worked with K before, so it's not like a brand new voice. It's just not Kevin Cunningham. So.
Oh yeah, I mean Luben is terrific either way. One thing that I'm concerned about with both guys is Vergil. I want to see him be a little bit more methodical, like how he boxed after he got dropped by Boachuk. Like utilizing head movement, not just being a high guard merchant, just trying to look the press and just get him up out of there. Because I don't want him to run too hot and get caught with a shot.
Right.
And then for Luben,
I wonder, 2 cents, what it do? I wonder if that shit Jen Nelson was throwing at Tiger was hot as to why he was being a little more reluctant. But Flaz got a little, you know what I mean? Some dunk with him too. He just didn't.
I think it was psychological, like you said. Like Tiger just made a decision because he said in the post fight, I'm not sure if you listened to it, but he said in the post fight, he was like, "Yo, he got some shit with him." He saw my Flaz, like Flaz got some pop. Because there was a moment where Flaz, it seemed like in the round where Flaz got dropped, the first round he got dropped, Flaz was dominating that round for a little second. He started putting hands on Tiger, and Tiger just stood his ground and let that right hand rip, and that shit changed the whole fight. Because I thought Tiger, I had him winning the first 2 rounds decisively. He came out, the jab was phenomenal. Oh my Lord, that jab, like that's how you jab. Every time you hit my man with a jab, it was straight Pez dispenser. Head popping back. It was Pez dispenser time. And I thought that Flaz did a little bit better in the third, but I still had Tiger edging it.
Right.
But then by that 4th round, Flaz started getting momentum. I'm like, okay, he's making his way back into the fight. And right when I said that, Tiger Johnson said, "Hold my beer." Put that.
Man, yo, he put an ass whipping on, buddy.
He put an ass bro. And I just want to say this one more time to stress, just like how big of a win this is for Tiger Johnson. He was the underdog last night. He was the underdog.
Yeah.
And he had to travel. And he was fighting outside of his home network. Like he wasn't on Top Rank. That wasn't the Top Rank program last night.
Right.
So he had 3 things. And then another thing, the 4th thing is fighting with a new coach.
Yeah.
Fighting with a new coach.
Impressive. Super impressive.
And again, as you pointed out, Flaz was on a 6-fight win streak. And I think like 4 out of those 6 with stoppages. I know his last fight that he had with Alan Sanchez, he beat the dog shit out of Alan Sanchez. And Alan Sanchez he's no bum.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
But see,
So,
most people won't even know him. Alan Sanchez, they won't even know him. Crazy to know that he ain't a bad fighter.
Because you know how it is over in Pro Box, they match them guys up tough, and that's where a lot of Flaz's fights has been. The past couple, they've been on Pro Box, and you're not about to be out there picking and choosing. You're gonna fight whoever the hell Gary Jonas tell you to fight.
Right.
And you're gonna be in there with some tough competition. And shout out to L-Dub, like you pointed out, Top Rank, they get flat for the matchmaking, but you look at the way that they match some of these guys, by the time they get to a certain point, it looks easy because of the matchmaking. Because they've been developing them the right way. They may not be developing these guys to be stars or something like that, but these guys do, for whatever reason, at Top Rank, the ones who get with the program, they tend to flourish as professionals. Even the guys who leave.
Right.
Just think about how many guys have left Top Rank, but they started there, and man, they've gone on the greener pastures. From Oscar to Floyd to Bud to this, Shakur. It's like the list goes on. Like they just know how to develop fighters over there. They may not make superstars. You might have to go somewhere else to establish yourself as a marquee name. But if you're over at Top Rank, best believe they're going to make sure your ass is prepared. And if you're not, then they're probably not going to invest in you. We'll see that happen with them too, where it's like, maybe this guy ain't it. Because you step him up gradually. Like, no disrespect to Edgar Berlanga, but like him. Like, he had the first 16 fights, first round knockout, and they gradually start stepping him up. They put him in there with DeMar Nicholson. It's like, all right, he's still learning. He's going to distance. They put him in there with a dude like Steve Rose. And I'm like, all right, that's another fight where he didn't really look too good against another veteran guy. You put him in there with Marcelo Coceres. You get dropped and shit. Then by the time, after that, I think after the Angulo fight, he's a free agent after that. But for the other guys, when they bring them along, and they're like, all right, you passing the test, you passing the test, you passing the test. They're going to hold on to you. And they're going to make sure that you develop the right way. And Tiger Johnson, that was another step for his development because that was a dude, man. That was a dude who was poised to become a contender.
Right.
And for him to do it on the platform in which that he has, to me, it only makes it more legit because guys like Nicolas Flaz or these other guys that are fighting on Pro Box, these guys are getting it the honest way, bro. They're getting it the honest way. They're not out there getting super duper favorable matchmaking. Because I ain't gonna lie, I almost wanted to whoop Gary Jonas' ass when he put my man Najee Lopez in tough like that. Najee's first 10 rounds, I believe it was.
Yeah, I remember.
I was like, yo, Gary, you try to get my guy beat? But I appreciate it, though, because then now you see Najee, and he looks far better prepared.
He's developing into a hell of a fighter.
He is, man. He's developing, bro.
Berlanga and sparring, I remember that footage, bro. I got it probably in my phone somewhere. Tiger circle with the jab and completely shut Flaz offense down. I told you the first jab, he had a problem. Just like Ernest just said, and it's funny because he's saying that. I think you just mentioned that a second ago. You said, look, after the third jab, so you knew from the first one he had a problem, though. Yeah, at that first jab, I said the same thing because Tiger got jabbed and got it right back. I was like, yeah, he on some shit tonight. He ain't sitting around just waiting for you to see what you got. He like, nah, he being first. He being in boss, taking control, standing his ground in spots. He was mixing it up, being smart. Mix some patience in with it as well, man. It was just a really good performance for 4 rounds, man. Like, he really looked sharp.
And when he was throwing that right hand, he was sitting down on that bitch, too.
I like how he was throwing, arcing some of them shots, too.
Yeah.
The way he throw his punches,
I was looking at his face, bro. He was looking almost like he was disgusted that Flaz was in the ring with him.
Right.
Like that, just the look on his face, man. He just had a lot of tenacity. I was like, man, this dude, he was terrific. He was terrific.
Someone got stoppage too, yeah. And them Boca Negra brothers, they went out there and beat some ass too. Both of them got stopped.
They got busy. And the other guy too, Vire, that motherfucker's big, man, ain't he?
Yeah. It was a good card. Pro Box always do it, bro. They always do it. Knockouts and shit. Like, man, they always give you a good show. Consistently.
But shout out to Ortiz-Luben. If he wins, congratulations. Well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I'm hoping that he loses, but I'm hoping that Vergil wins.
Right.
That's the best way I could put it. You know what I'm saying? If I had to prevaricate, you know what I mean, soften it up a little bit. Because I don't need my man Vergil out there getting his ass whipped. But again, like I mentioned with Nicolas Flaz,
right.
I did think that was a possibility. Simply because when he did get stopped, it was by Janelson Boca Chica. And it was early. Boca Chica got him early.
First round, too.
Yup, first round. And that was on Showbox.
That shit was crazy.
That was on Showbox a couple years ago. Round. Got him up out of there quick. And I think
I got him up out of there, JP. I'm done with him. He just a weirdo. Stressed out boxing, what it do, homie?
So that's my fear for Vergil. Like, I don't want him to come out there running red lights because he got hurt early on versus Mean Machine. The first round versus Boachuk, although he was able to, I felt like he actually outworked and outpaced and outboxed Boachuk in the first round of that fight. But it don't matter because a knockdown is a knockdown.
Yeah.
10-8, no matter how you slice it. Unless you got a ref that's going to call it like a 10-9 or something like that, depending on
right.
Yeah, Boachuk is a big
Mac,
puncher.
my dog.
He's a big
man,
puncher,
hit that like button, y'all. Support the build because we doing double duty. We're gonna come back and try to call these fights, man. And have some fun doing it. The prelims don't really excite me too much, but the main card definitely. Just so I don't burn my damn self out because they have you on all day prelims. Yo, I'm telling you, be all right. And then go back, right back on, be on all day. Yeah, I definitely gotta hit the like button for me. This dude out here chest bumping the pole, sweaty as hell, with some hand wrap.
I fuck with the prelims on the basis that they may have a fight on there that I want to keep an eye out for. I got a ongoing note in my notes app on my phone. So every time I see somebody, especially if they're on the prelim or if they're on the undercard, I'll write their name down, their division, and all that shit.
Right.
So that way, when they finally move up in their careers, I'm not surprised. I'm like, well, who the fuck is that? Who's that?
Right. Got Amari Jones. That's the fight I'm looking forward to see. Amari. Josh Edwards. Darius Fulgham and David Stevens, and then Luben. Yeah, this is gonna be a good card tonight, bro. Good card. Javier Meza and Eric Priest. I heard of him. Check him out too. He's undefeated, so it's gonna be some good action. We gonna enjoy it, y'all. You feel me? Ortiz and Skill for sure. Both of them gonna have to get in there. Yeah, they can't. The Mexican fan base can't handle Canelo and Ortiz losing in the same year. I had to get his weird ass. I be feeling like those be people that used to rock with me because it's like out of nowhere, it's just like you get the weirdest troll shit going on. We just gonna keep on rocking. He's a weirdo. I think that's the Be More dude. Got tired of him, man. I think it was Boys Be Crying, all of them same person. They all them the same people. Just don't never have nothing to add to a boxing conversation besides rhetoric. Shakur and Ray Ford is soft. Stupid shit. Dummy. Well, man, while we here.
What are your thoughts on that? What's the name, bro? Did you talk about that?
You said what's that?
Your thoughts on the early prediction, T.O. versus Shakur? Because the zone is saying it is damn near a done deal for January, MSG.
For me, I think it'll be a real good test for Shakur, especially for that first half of the fight or so. I expect to see some separation though at some point. You know what I mean? The athleticism could create some challenges for Core. To me, I think, you know what I mean? T.O.'s ability to just raise his level with the guy that's in front of him,
I'm expecting that kind of TL, but ultimately he is who he is, right? We like to say that about boxing, and I think the mistakes that he make over a period of time will show up in the fight and ultimately be the reason he lose. And then Core's smarter than him too. I always say that, right? I think he's a smarter guy, but sometimes the more athletic guy do win, he's going to be a different look than anybody that's been in front of Shakur. So I hope he's truly preparing for him. And yeah, check. Hey, yo, I posted a video with like him doing a check hook. I forgot that I tagged him in it. I be forgetting. I just don't be. Sometimes I don't even be wanting to feel like, I just post it and go. But he got a nice check hook, yo. He got a nice check hook. Yeah, hey, Jordan do his homework. He got a beautiful check hook. Yeah, Urban Mac, that fight canceled. Tank done up for that. He, fumble on the 1 yard line, as they like to say. Yeah, he ain't getting that. That ain't happening. No Jakey for him. Jake about to find him another opponent, and Tank about to go find him some peace, I would think.
Yo, Jordan, let me tell you why I said something similar on what's name today. Let me flip my screen around so you can see. How do I take this shit off my screen? Oh, look. Yeah. Can Tio, get this blurry shit off my screen. Can Tio find a way not to detour to Check Hook City? That's what I was asking somebody on Twitter. Like, that's exactly what's about to happen to his ass. He's about to go to Check Hook City.
Galore.
Hell yeah. You seen it in the fight with Because this dude was talking all this shit, talking about OTO a lot faster than Shakur. It's not going to go how you think. Can't wait to see it. And then, of course, after I asked him that question, he responded with, that's if we see it, Shakur got pillow hands and he's a weight bully. Apparently, he's a weight bully. It's the first time I've heard that. Check Hook City.
The prelims are on where it says it's 16 on my zone. They probably just on YouTube right now. The prelims, I'm guessing. Reef was good. He said he was tagging Zepeda, but Shakur pillow fisted. Right, Zepeda definitely ain't say he was pillow fisted. He actually kind of complimented his power and said he think he would hit even harder if he had a hand issues. People that just push that power narrative, they do that because they know that's the only partial leg they got to stand on. But it's really not a good leg to stand on because it's pure insanity and stupidity to argue that a pure boxer is not getting knockouts. It's like ridiculous to argue that ever. You get what I'm saying? And it's like that, people, we don't complain when knockout artists don't get knockouts, right? But we'll complain that, you know what I'm saying? But you'll be mad at a damn pure boxer not getting knockouts. Make it make sense. Or you don't ask the knockout artist to outbox everybody, right? So why are we asking the pure boxer to become a knockout artist? So it's weird. It trips me out. I think Tio's pretty tough though, Irvin. I think he can embarrass him though. I think he could have him mad as hell and frustrated. I do. I think that's something that he could potentially do. Have him, pissed off in there. That's all you gotta do. Piss him off. Piss Tio off.
That's how I see it going, and that's why I'm curious to see if Tio could somehow, some way, entice Shakur into pursuing him. Because if it's the other way around, or if it's at a neutral position, I just can't see a way in which he wins. I just can't see it. That's not to say it can't happen. I just can't see it.
Right.
Because my man Tio, to Jordan's point about the check hooks, bro, Sandor Martin had that man dizzy off check hooks. That's all he did.
Was good, bro.
Fucking fight. It was check hook.
Back to work. Catch you for the main card. You already know.
Check hook. Spamming it. And Tio had no answer for it. He just kept lunging, falling in.
And Shakur got a hell of a check hook. Make him come to you, box his ass up, and he's going to be pissed off about that. He is not going to enjoy not being able to have his way. That's the thing with Shakur. Don't give Tio, and he's a master at not giving people what they want. So, yeah, beat him up. Make him box, man. Bull and Matador his ass, man. I'm telling you. All that shit he talking, make him stand on it. Make him show you if he really is good as what he said. Because he talking about
a lot of Ole.
Somebody had a good breakdown. So he was talking about Shakur will fall or some shit like that. He hashtagged this, and he was talking about lining up a fight with Ryan too next year. I'm like, don't start your shit, T.O. We don't need you making fake fights now. Just focus on the one that's in front of you, bro. Don't start making fake fights. You know what I'm saying? Don't start. This was a solid little breakdown of these guys. I felt like both of them. T.O. often described as more athletic of the two, with greater explosiveness and power, known for good footwork and the ability to fight from the pocket and fight as both a volume puncher and an effective counter puncher. Man, and with Core, man, considered the more technical and skillful boxer. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. You know what I'm saying? Praise for his ability to follow a game plan and box economically, performs well against high volume punches, and is known for his technical precision. Man, that's a good breakdown right there, man. Core in 12. Long story short, Core in 12, man. That's what I'm on. Core in 12. T.O. a tough guy. Core in 12. Steph, my dog, what's good, family? How you feeling? Core in 12, goddamn. My man, Core in 12. Core in 12, man. But while we here, man, let's keep rolling, man, because we got some things to get to, man, and we're going to wrap up before we do get out, but we got some stuff to get to. So something else I did want to talk about, because I got it in my title. I wanted to play some of this from Bam Rodriguez, man. And it ties into other conversations that we had, man. He had dropped a little bombshell. He spoke about when he wanted to retire and the age, man. And you think it may, first fighter come to mind is Tank Davis and his situation. And he been talking about, retiring, and look what age he at. And then you got Bam Rodriguez that's been all about the smoke. He ain't ducking shit. Very accomplished young fighter, phenomenal young fighter. He already. And after that, I lived with my parents because you see life at the boxing. That's why I tell you, everybody don't want to box till they 30, 40 or late 30s, 40 years old. That's not everybody's story. You know what I'm saying? And I can just appreciate any man that understands what they want out of life and out of their profession. And Bam, by the time he's 30 with his trajectory and the way in his path, the way he's gonna be very accomplished, bro. And just a truly phenomenal young fighter. It's fun to watch him. I think him and Robert Garcia are like perfect for each other, bro. Like the man, he bring the best out of this dude, man. And you see it, the footwork, the angles, punching power. Like he has that for the small guys. He has that. And he'll knock you out. I remember Shakur saying he sparred with Bam. He said he punched him like on the arm. He was like, "Hey man, how's this little dude punching harder than guys my size?" He was like, "Yo," and that told me something. One thing about Corey, he gave people credit for being able to punch, and I respect the hell out of it. And you got to think, you'll ask yourself, well, where's this guy's really hitting you at? Where you feeling their punches? But you get me? He respect it. Bam is a strong, small, one of them small guys. He a special small guy, and he'll beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? He really a pound for pound talent right now. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to be late January, Steph. From what I heard, it was supposed to be late January. Blaze, what it do, homie? But let's play some of this, man, because Bam talked about retiring at 30. We're going to play some of this, man.
Without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
How long do we get to see Bam for?
I've always told my coaches that I want to box past 30 years old.
Charlotte Daly with Melsport Boxing, joined by the one and only Bam. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for inviting us into camp. Look, one of the first things I noticed about being in here was the atmosphere.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this, though, real quick. I want to say this. I know you're stupid enough to still be listening. Shakur better than your favorite fighter, bro. Shakur better than your favorite fighter. You know why y'all do? You know why y'all been going so hard for the last, a couple years to discredit him? Because you know what I already know. He better than your favorite fighter, and they won't fight him. You get what I'm saying? Shakur gonna play the long game. Then I tell y'all, when that smoke clear, he gonna be there, and you gonna be punching the air like Ricky, like Trey and Boys in the Hood. You get me? You gonna be punching the air, bro. So you keep hating, he gonna keep winning, man. T.O. next stop, Teofimo Lopez, hopefully, and off with his head, man. But tell your
people
favorite fighter
around.
to get in
You
there
only
with
have
him,
to
and
walk
maybe
5
you won't have
meters
to
and you're
troll.
bumping into a world champion or somebody that's soon to become a world champion. It's a good gym to be involved in, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the best gym in all of boxing. Robert Garcia, he won Coach of the Year last year for a reason. He has many champions, many
Shout out
fighters
to
on the
Robert,
weights being
man.
champions. So
Dope
just
ass
being
stadium.
around that kind
I
of
ain't gonna lie,
environment, around that
very
kind of energy,
successful
just
stadium.
pushes you to be a greater fighter every day.
Also, with your training in particular, normally fighters will come in, they'll do a session, they'll go home, they'll relax, and then they'll do another session.
Yeah.
You came in, you were sparring, you're on the pads, you're on the bags, then you did S&C. Is that how you
Yeah.
normally like to do things? Just get it all out in one?
I prefer it that way, just because after, I'm done for the rest of the day. On non-sparring days, I go for a run later on during the day. But other than that, this is how it's been done since, I believe, like 2020 during the COVID time. We started doing our routine this way, and I like it a lot better than when I was doing it before then, because every day it was 2 sessions a day, and it kind of just tired me out a little bit more. So once
You got some stalker stuff, man. They be weird, man. They obsessed. They obsessed with Jersey
I'm
fighters
done in the
too.
gym, I'm done for the day, and I really enjoy that. I
The
can
voice
spend
of
more time with my
Jersey,
family and just relax until the next training day.
You had some good rounds
hitting
in
that
the
like
gym
button, man.
today.
We gonna
Sparring
keep
day
working.
is typically
Shout out to
fighters'
the real
favourite
ones that
days.
rocking with
But
your
for
boy.
you have people lining up at the door wanting to spar you and to show off and prove themselves
Yeah.
when they're sparring you. What's your take on it?
That just makes me a better fighter. Each sparring,
Thanks,
I
Marcus.
sparred Edwin Soto. He's a former WBO world champion himself, so that kind of sparring just pushes me to be a greater fighter.
Facts, bro.
Sharpens.
You do. Real quick, and I hate to go off topic, but it's boxing, man. We do what we want over here. The problem is what people are having a tough time accepting the reality. And I'm glad I'm on record for always giving guys their credit and just do, because I ain't got to retract nothing I said. But people are scrambling at the fact that all of those narratives and shit that they pushed for years, whether it was negative about a certain fighter, those shit's falling by the wayside. The things that they thought about their superhero fighter, they seeing that shit is not the reality that they painted. Don't mean it's a bad reality, but they don't live in the real world. They paint this picture that, it's only one. It's my guy. It's nobody else. And everything he do is great, and there's no accountability. And you seeing that now. When somebody get in trouble, you don't hold that person accountable. You try to lump somebody else's shortcomings in with what somebody currently did. It's a prime example of what's wrong in the kind of energy that surrounds them. And then you hear different people that's in the know talking about knuckleheads that surround them, and you got the wrong kind of people. And yes, man, I think just because a person tell you they love you, that's the best thing for you. Nah, somebody that'll tell you the truth is the best thing for you. And you got people that'll take shots at fighters, women fighters, all because their fighter has made a bad decision. We don't have to trash that man to highlight he made a bad decision, but to try to lump all the other fighters in where they done something in their life, it's like that's what's wrong with the boxing fans. They support the wrong kind of shit, hold people accountable, and they don't keep the same energy when it's their favorite fighter. They got every excuse in the world as to why they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I've had people even argue with me about their favorite fighter and how much money they got. And who got more money out of the fighters. Like, that's never going to be my argument. I always wanted to know who was better. You know what I mean? Now, we might not never know that. I don't think so, but I feel like I got it in my head who was better, and I'm cool with that.
My skills
and
for my
people
fight.
are labeling me a hater for saying what I believe.
You've succeeded so much already, and you've achieved so much already at such a young age overall. Do you think that potentially for
real
you...
quick, lastly, we're going to probably swing back to that, but it's interesting to see if that decision is going to lead to him sticking around. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but with his current situation, it clearly, I think he need a vacation before he try to fight anybody. And I'll make a bold claim right now and say it, and I could be wrong as hell, and maybe Shakur get his gap closed like that, and all the haters will rejoice and be happy. But don't fight Shakur like that. Whatever you're dealing with, don't fight him like that. I want to see the best version. I want to see the Tank Davis that's going to put that pain in you. I want to see the Tank Davis that's going to push Shakur to the limits that I know he could push him to and possibly beat him. That's the one I want to see. I want to see the most dangerous possible guy, because whatever's going to happen in that fight is going to happen. If he's sleep core, that's more credit to Tank Davis for being exactly who I already thought you was, right? I could see it happening. You know what I mean? But shout out to them. Maybe he stick around and make that fight, but not while his mental ain't together. And I'm saying that because anybody that fumbles a $40 million bag, making bad decisions or emotional rash decisions to the point where you don't make it to your 40 million, is clearly not in the right state of mind. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I'm never going to say nothing bad about him. He told people for the longest, and I think he was advised to keep making money. If you were part of his situation and what he got going on, you want him to be in the best situation. You want to think everything is all right because you want him to feel that way so you can continue to promote him, make money, put on shows. And boxing is a dirty, nasty business. And right now, that man looked mentally worn, and he looked like he could use some time off from the sport and away from people for a while. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You get me? Shout out to Mike Kirk. I appreciate you, man, because some people, they going to label. Trust me, man. One day we're going to have a conversation, but I've been labeled a hater a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to keep it.
You used to say that you never really got a childhood because you always got to box and you always had to train, you always had to do things. Do you think it was almost come too early for you? Do you think you would have likened to have a bit more of that childhood and then peaked later?
No, I mean, it all happened for a reason. The life I live now is most likely a lot better than I would have had as a child. Just the sacrifices I made at an early age, it gives me a reason to live to this day, and I just want to keep accomplishing what I've.
Real quick, them legal situations, bro. Legal situations might keep you around longer if that shit end up not going in your favor, and you gotta find yourself coming up out of your pocket financially for a lot of that stuff. I could see him
been doing just so my kids can have a childhood that I didn't have, and they get to enjoy and don't have to worry about the career later on until they're adults themselves.
Talking about sacrifice, you gave up so much in your childhood, but also your parents as well sacrificed a lot. I know you said before about your dad, he even kind of got fired from one of his jobs before because he always wanted to be there for you.
And this ties in the Tank, though. This levels with Tank with him. Because somebody say he a prospect, he ain't accomplished, he ain't unified, he ain't do this. Why they ain't gonna see? But because he did all that, and he talking about leaving at 30, they ain't gonna go crazy. But that ain't even my point. What he accomplished. It's the fact that some people know what they want out of boxing, and some people ain't trying to be around all their life, their entire life. They dedicate so much to this sport that they live a certain way. It's their lifestyle, and I feel like it'd be a lot of pressure on them to keep it up, maintain it, and you get to a point where you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, all this work you put in, all these training camps, all that time away from your family. I hear these fighters say how they be missing birthdays and significant points in their kids' lives because they be in training camps, locking in, trying to provide a better life. So if you could retire 30 with your faculties very accomplished and a bunch of money, why wouldn't you do it? Shout out to Ben.
How has that shaped you as a fighter?
Just seeing that as a kid, knowing what they sacrificed. I mean, as a kid, I didn't really understand what was going on with their lives, but now that I'm an older adult myself, I realized that, like I said, my dad, he got fired from his job. He had to missed multiple days, and he wasn't getting paid off for those days, and my mom was working double just to cover our costs of the travel and bills back home. So just realizing the sacrifices they made as an adult today, it just
sacrifice involved.
It pushes me more and more each day, and I just want to be able to give back to them, and just that's my way of thanking them for what they sacrificed when I was a kid.
Yeah, it must feel good being able to give back to them. I think you said before about giving one of your parents a house and giving someone a car and things like that. It must feel nice to be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. I don't live for myself anymore. I live for my children, and after that, I live for my parents, because without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. If it weren't for those sacrifices that they made, then I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. So I'm just living for them now. I'm accomplishing these things in the sport for them. Keep winning these fights, getting bigger paid, and just giving back to them.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Like, your parents sacrificed a lot, and you and one of your brothers boxed, and then one of your brothers didn't box.
Yeah.
You joke about the fact that he wasn't getting Christmas presents and birthday presents.
No, it's not even a joke. It was really like that. I mean, I think in our third year of boxing, we stopped getting gifts. Me, my other brother that was boxing, and my other brother was just going to school, and
I think he worked extremely hard and preserved his body in a way that allowed him a shelf life that you couldn't even imagine.
Traveling with us, but yeah, he sacrificed just as much as my parents as well. He like you said, he didn't get birthday presents, he didn't get Christmas presents. He was just sacrificing that for me and my brother as well. So, I mean, I like to give back to him as well to this day.
Did that bring an element of pressure, though,
Damn,
the fact
good
that
kid,
these
man.
people were giving up things for you because they wanted to help you pursue your career? Did it bring an element of pressure that you had to succeed and you had to do well?
Not pressure, but just more motivation, just knowing what they sacrificed and the fact that I wanted to always
William
give
old
back to
school,
them.
what it do, man?
That just pushes me till this day. That's one of my main priorities, is giving back to them.
You dropped out of school to continue pursuing the boxing career. Was there any doubts at any point that you had made the wrong decision, that you should have stuck in school and you shouldn't have committed to this?
Nah, I risked it. I took a risk, and I believed in my abilities and what I could accomplish in the sport, and it all paid off. Because look where I'm at today. If I stayed in school, who knows what would have happened? I probably wouldn't be as far as I am today, but I would have been very well on my way. But I dropped out, and look at what I became today. So.
Well, you've certainly been successful, but there was a moment when you started your amateur career. I think was it the first 3 amateur fights you lost?
First 3 fights I lost, yes.
What made you stick to it? What made you keep going at that point?
I just didn't have anything else going on in my life at the time. I was in school. I wasn't playing any other sports, so I just wanted
I swear I do.
I guess as a kid, I just wanted to stay busy, do fun things with my brothers. And at the time, my brother was boxing, so going to the gym with him was fun for me. And yeah, I was just fighting just to fight. And
that's
like
dope,
you said, I lost my first 3 fights, and then that.
Yeah, he really. That's why I said that he probably ain't gonna hear nobody. People probably ain't even watch this interview, but I like it. And when I seen that he said something about retiring at the age of 30, I'm like, man, that's something that people need to hear, man. Boxing take a lot out of you, man. And I ain't saying I know because I'm one, but I've spoken to enough of them to know.
4th fight I won, and it was actually against the kid I'd lost to first. It was my first amateur fight. I avenged that loss in my 4th fight. So. After that, I kind of just fell in love with it and stuck with it.
Man.
Yeah, that feeling of getting that win must have been.
It was my first win, and then to avenge my first loss it made it that much better.
Would you say that was the moment then that it clicked and you knew that you were going to be successful?
Yeah, as a kid, you don't really think about, that deep, but it kind of did push me to just keep going and keep winning fights. And then a few fights after that, I won my first belt in my first tournament, and I think that's when I really took it to the next step, fell in love with it, and gave it my all.
You also linked up with Robert Garcia.
Yeah.
You've known him since the amateur days. You've known him before turning professional. What was it about him that drew you to him and the fact that you wanted to link up with him?
Well, at the time, I was 12 years old when I first found out about Robert Garcia. He had a fighter at the time, Nonito Donaire. And I was watching a lot of his fights, and that's when I started paying attention to the coaching that Robert was doing. And I found out he had other fighters like Brandon Rios and Mikey Garcia. So at that time, I just started paying more attention. He became my favorite trainer, and I always see him on HBO and Showtime and just imagine myself like in their shoes. And that year I met him, but 3 years later I ended up training him in his gym in Riverside.
You've shown him a lot of loyalty, and you've always said that, you want to finish your career with him.
Yeah.
A lot of boxers these days aren't quite so loyal. People flip-flop regularly. Do you think that that's a trait that is kind of a negative in boxing, that people do jump ship when things potentially get tough?
Yeah, I've always been a loyal person. I've always trusted Robert since I was 15 years old, and we've built that chemistry up until this day. I feel like having that trust is very important when you go into the kind of fights that I'm in now, World Championship fights. You got to have that trust in your trainer and just trust in your abilities. So I feel like me and Robert as a team, we just click, and that's where we are today.
In terms of your style, you used to be, and still in an element are, a come forward fighter, but you said it was only when you started watching Lomachenko that you started to really think about your footwork.
Yeah, about your footwork.
Did you kind of assess all of the tapes and
remember Brandon Rios? I remember him, Mike. I remember Brandon Rios.
Drill it here in the gym? How did it work?
What's his name? Bam Bam too? Bam Bam Rios?
Before Lomachenko, I was just, like you said, I would just come forward and throw punches. Try to stop my opponents in the amateurs, because you don't have as much time in the amateurs as you do the pros. So, I was just trying to get them out of there as quick as I can.
I think your mindset as well is another thing. Like you said before, that you don't get nervous before fights. The only one was Sonny.
Yeah.
That blows my mind, the fact that you don't get nervous, because even when you're at the absolute top, surely there's some sort of nerves going into it.
It's not over here, punch on you. Not necessarily nervous, but I just get anxious. I want to get in there and just get it out the way. But yeah, the only reason I got nervous for Sonny was because the things he was saying, and if I were to lose that fight, then it would just make me look bad. So that kind of just made me a little bit nervous. But other than that, yeah, like you said, it's a mindset thing. I mean, this is what I've been doing since I was 10 years old. So it's just really any other day to me. I trust in my hard work.
I remember him getting stopped, but I remember him getting beat down by Pacquiao and then getting stopped by what was his name? Bradley. Bradley got his 13th knockout off on Brandon Rios.
Work in the gym, I trust in my coaches to give me the perfect game plan to go out there and get the win. So it's just a matter of going in there and getting it done.
You said there about the things being said in the build-up. This kind of generation of boxers have to deal with social media and everything like that. Things are being clipped up, put online. People are almost saying stuff for the engagement on socials. Do you mind that? Do you dislike that? Do you wish there was less of that?
I don't mind it. I mean, I've been a part of social media, like people talking about it, but I mean, I just look at it and laugh at it because, I mean, most of those people don't even have a profile picture. So the way I see it, they're insecure about themselves. They don't have anything going on in their lives. So
facts. Yeah, they did.
I see it, push it to the side and keep moving. If you let that get to you, then it's just gonna, bring your confidence down. You can't have that. So I don't mind it. It makes me laugh. Just keep it moving. If anything, it just makes me want to go out there and prove them wrong.
Yeah. But back to the kind of mindset of boxing. You've always said that you take a round or two to assess your opponent and then action whatever plan it is. Obviously, you and Robert have an idea of what you want to do before you go into a fight, but it's those opening rounds. How important do you think it is to be able to think on your feet rather than going in and you see some boxers where they're kind of looking to the corner and they need that instruction or the game plan isn't going according to plan and it throws them off? How valuable do you think it is, your ability to think on your feet?
I mean, the boxing IQ it's a huge part of my style. I've been blessed with just natural boxing IQ. So like I said before, I don't ever watch film because you can tell yourself I'm gonna do this, and your opponent just goes out there and does a whole complete different thing and throws you out your game, starts messing with your mind. So that's why I don't watch film. I just go out there and pick up what they're doing the first few rounds and go from there.
Yes. You managed to keep your composure against the likes of Estrada when you went down in the 6th, I think it was, and then stopped him in the 7th. That's kind of almost new territory for you. What is it like dealing with that, and what's going through your mind in moments like that when you're in the ring?
When I got caught, I did get a little, it was just a quick flash knockdown. I got up right away and just left it off. But yeah, I've always wanted to be a part of a fight like that where I knocked him down, then knocked me down, and then, like you said, I finished him in the next round. So I feel like it just made the fight that much more entertaining, and it's a fight that people will talk about for years to come. So, I mean, it's a part of the job. It happens to the best. I got up and finished the job, so that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Look, you're back in action in November on a stacked card. Unbelievable card to begin with, isn't it? The fact that we're getting things like this put on, a couple of years ago, who would have thought we'd get a card with this amount of high caliber fights on it? Yeah,
I mean, David Benavidez, Devin Haney, Abdullah Mason, that's something that,
it's going to be a hell of a card.
Like, cards like this are made of dreams. So the fact that Turkey's able to put these together is just, it's what boxing needed at this point. So, I mean, I'm more excited for this fight than my last fight. In my last fight, I was a main event in my home state. So that says a lot about this card, how action-packed it is and how exciting it's going to be for fight fans. So just to be a part of something, a card like this, it's an honor.
It's quite unusual. You were training for your last fight and then this fight got announced whilst you were getting ready for that fight.
Yeah.
How do you keep your mindset on the job at hand without thinking about this future mega card that you're going to be involved in?
It was weird because I didn't even agree to them announcing it. They kind of just announced it on their own, and I just
saw it with everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the fight was gonna happen. I knew it was on the table. I knew things. If I were to beat Cafu, then this is what was gonna come. But then they announced it out of nowhere, and I kind of just damn. It was a little bit pressure during training, during the fight. But I knew if I didn't get past Cafu, then this fight wouldn't even have happened. So I just kept that in the back of my mind, and it just motivated me more just to get the job done against Cafu.
Yeah. Martinez, an all-action kind of pressure fighter. What do you make of him?
He's a great fighter. He beat Ioka in his own country, Japan, twice, back-to-back. So that says a lot. I know he's coming very motivated to come and take what I have. But, I mean, this is just any other fight to me. I take it as they come, just get the job done.
We said earlier about the fact that you've achieved so much at such a young age in the grand scheme of things. How do you stay motivated when you've got kind of big fights, unification fights, looking at undisputed fights, you know, achieving everything at such a young age? What then enthuses you after that?
Well, now it's really just my kids. I have a daughter right now. I have a son on the way, so I know things are gonna get expensive. So I just gotta keep accomplishing what I've been doing. Keep, you know, making as much money as I can. Keep winning belts. I mean, if you don't have the belts, then the money doesn't come. So the belts are more important than anything, and the money will come along with that. So just knowing I have a family to feed and a family looking after me is just, I gotta keep doing what I'm doing, stay motivated, stay level-headed.
Talking of your family, they're here today, they come to training with you all the time. It's kind of unusual because some boxers like to seclude themselves and some people won't even have a phone call with their family during camp, whereas you're the complete opposite. What's your rationale behind it?
Now, if it weren't for my family being here, then I probably would have gone crazy already. Just since the start a fight, they've been coming with me, and it just makes me feel like I'm back home, having them around me, having my daughter and my girlfriend here with me. It just makes me a better person overall. Like I said, whenever they go back home, I'm just like lonely and like nothing to do. So just having them there with me, having playtime with my daughter, just yeah, that's what it's all about. My last camp, my daughter started walking out here, so I left him back home, then I would have missed that. But yeah, like I said earlier, I have a son on the way, and they're gonna go home on Sunday, so it's gonna be a little hard, but that just pushes me more to get the job done November 22nd.
Must be slightly exhausting though, doing what we've just seen you do in the gym and then running around at home with your daughter.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Just you got to separate the gym from family time, and that's what I'm able to do. So the fact that I'm even able to financially afford bringing them, it's a blessing.
You mentioned their belts a minute ago. Obviously, you've said before that you want to move up the divisions, that you want to be multi-weight champion. How does that look for you? Because obviously, the younger you are, the more you probably want to stay.
That's why when I heard them say something, when they said something about retiring at 30, I'm thinking like, that's the first thing that went in my head: staff, family, you know what I mean, and just want to be with your people and enjoy life and retire with your faculties, man. You got to think people taking brain, you know what I mean, punches to the brain and all types of trauma. Like at some point, that shit ain't nothing normal about it. So at some point, you want to enjoy some of your life. You know what I'm saying?
For weights because of the cutting of the weight, and then move up the weights. So what are you kind of envisioning the roadmap looking, and how heavy do you think you'll go to?
Yeah, well, right now my short-term goal is just to become undisputed. I'm 2 fights away from that. So say I do get past November 22nd, I'll have one more belt to collect. So that's my main focus right now. But as far as a year or two from now, I just want to, like you said, keep moving up weight classes, and eventually I feel like I'll end up in the 126 division when it's all said and done.
Is it slightly frustrating that you find almost the lighter weights maybe don't get the credit they deserve unless they move up multiple divisions and win multiple weight categories?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great fighters in the lower weight divisions that don't get attention, but I've been blessed with my style. Just people like to see me fight, and I mean, this goes to show the card that I'm on. I'm the opening bout, I believe, for this card. So a lower fighter division like myself to be on a platform like this is just a blessing. Not many fighters that my weight division get the opportunity. So the fact that I'm able to not only put on for myself, but put on for the lower division, it's a blessing.
You've always said that you want to make sure that you achieve what you achieve and kind of get out of the game early as such.
Yes.
How long do we get to see BAM for, and what does life after boxing look like for you?
I've always told my coaches that I want to box past 30 years old. So 25 right now, I'll be 26 in January. So like 4 years left on my career. And then after that, just invest my money. I've always talked about opening up my own coffee shop. So I want to do that. Even before I retire, I want to open that up and just have something to fall back on.
What's your favorite
30
coffee?
years old.
My go-to is a vanilla latte, but lately
26,
I've been in cold brews. I've been into cold brews with cold foam. Yeah.
Look, I just want to get your take on a few other fights that are happening. I've heard you say before that some of your favorite fighters are
This is almost over. Shout out to y'all for listening to this. I just want y'all to
Terrence,
hear this.
those sort of guys. What do you make of the Tank fight with Jake Paul?
I mean, Tank's gonna get paid, so he's gonna be able to provide for his family, and really that's all that matters. People can talk and say things about him, but he's being smart. He's looking out for himself and his family. I mean,
yeah,
I don't have
And how could you ever make a man, whether it is Tank Davis, I don't care who it is, be wrong for looking out for themselves and their
Anything else to
family?
say about that? He's just doing what's best for himself.
Yeah, he gonna beat
Shakur and
this dude ass.
Teofimo
I think.
Lopez are potentially
I
going
do.
to be fighting.
Yeah.
What do you make of that as a matchup?
I don't think it's gonna be as tough as fight.
Do you think the criticism of Shakur is unfair about his fighting style?
Yeah, I mean, Shakur's a great fighter. I've always said it. I've always been a fan of his style. I mean, people can say what they want, but true boxing fans can appreciate his style and what he does in the ring. But as far as those two fighting, I'm a fan of both of them. You know, I have a good friendship with both of them as well. So may the best man win. The fans will win for sure. That'd be a great fight.
Terence Crawford's beating
He took the ladder right there though, because he already pictured
Canelo. Does that make him the new face of boxing?
I believe
He
so.
just didn't understand, like, he was picking
you know, a
one
lot of
out
people
like
counted
he
him
did.
out, saying that Canelo was gonna knock him out, but I mean, he went out there and just made a lot easier fight than a lot of people
Yeah,
thought.
I heard that
But,
there,
you know,
man. It
Crawford-
was toward the end of the interview, but you heard him say, talking about retiring at the age of 30. He'll be 26, and then have 4 more years left. He want to invest his money and enjoy it. Like, dudes ain't trying to get punched. They don't want their damn brain to be no smoothie. You know what I'm saying? They don't want they trying to have their brain be no smoothie, G. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to have their brain be no god dang smoothie out here. So I like Bam attitude. He accomplishing everything that he possibly can with the fights that he's giving, and he making the most out of him. This dude really a special talent, very humble, fan-friendly style, ain't ducking shit, and always with it, man. Train extremely hard, doing a really good job with Robert, with the tutelage of Robert Garcia. He got him one right there, and I had put the graphic of his stable up the other day, man. He got a hell of a stable. He got a mean stable, man. Is lucky blessed. I'm telling you. So, man, I can't wait to see this November 22nd card. He completes the card. Like, we know about the bigger names, but Bam Rodriguez definitely holding his own weight, fighting what is it? Another unification. This dude always in meaningful fights. And he want to fight everybody pretty much. He say he could see himself up as high as 26. So I think that's what he just said. So let's see. All right. So let's see where he go. Well, right now he got a fight coming up later this month on that big ass card. That's possibly be one of the best cards of the year. You know what I'm saying? Out there in Saudi with Benavidez and Yard. So I can't wait to see it. It's a damn good fight card coming up. But let's keep rolling, man. Some I seen of Devin Haney. That's a fight also on the card that people can't stop talking about. I see the Zone had released they little sit down, they face off with each other, man. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna play Tim Bradley response. I'm guessing that video was a response to this face off, and then we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. We're gonna prepare for these fights later on. Skills was good, brother.
Over you, bud.
On November 22nd, live on DAZN Worldwide, the welterweight title will be on the line when Devin the Dream Haney takes on Brian Norman. For Haney, it's a chance to get back on top in the third weight class. For Brian Norman, it's an opportunity to show that he belongs.
He's really a bum. I never even heard of this name until 2 years ago. Once again, the name don't matter.
Today, they face off.
What's good, my guy?
Devin, I'll start with you. There was a few opponents tossed around for you over the last few months. First, it was Ryan Garcia.
I'm trying to
then it was
let it play
Teofimo
through.
Lopez.
We getting late in the stream,
Now here
guy.
we are,
Set up
with you
for
set
the,
to face Brian Norman. Why was this the right fight for you?
No, I mean, he's the best guy right now at 147. He was the best guy that was willing to step up and fight me. So here we are.
Brian, you're coming off a sensational knockout win over Jin Sasaki, maybe the knockout of the year at the end of it.
Knockout of the decade.
Knockout of the decade. We'll go with that too. You're doing a title defense here. Why was this the right fight for you?
It's just who I am as a person. I love fighting the best, and like everybody say, he has the perfect style to beat me. I don't have feet. I don't have defense necessarily speaking, jab defense as they say. So he has the blueprint to beat me. So now I got to show y'all that I can do everything.
Do you think you have the blueprint to beat him?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have took the fight if I didn't think so. He's shown against lower opposition that he's the best. This is a whole different level, and I will show him that. These guys that he's fought, I don't know them. I genuinely don't know none of the guys. I guess Jinsaki, or I guess that's
the last guy. But before that, I didn't know who he was. So it's just, I'm gonna show him that it's levels.
And how I feel about that is, so you are saying you are somebody, right?
No,
so,
you know I'm somebody.
So you are somebody.
If I wasn't somebody.
Somebody, brother.
Okay.
I give you your credit.
Okay.
Boy, you the best of the best. Boy, you out here doing your little thug
Yes,
whiz
sir.
out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So I
sir.
thought knock
Yes,
your
sir.
block off.
Thank you very
Can't
much.
nobody else say nothing else. That's all. That's how I feel about that.
So you got to knock
You
his
suggested
block
a couple
off.
of times that your level of opposition hasn't been very good. So suggesting that that's kind of why you're in this position right now. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't think it's
His levels. That's his favorite. That's his favorite. That's the fluid answer.
We both know that.
Levels.
Do we know that?
Then you come up through
Do
top
we know
rank?
that? Top rank? No. No, top rank, no.
But I don't know who you came up with. I ain't gonna lie to you. But no matter who I fought in the past, anything like that, I'm here to prove that, okay, y'all say I haven't fought anybody in the past, anything of that nature. But look at this. The great Devin Haney, the Dream, and Debo Haney, and things of that nature. Well, you bad, you feel me? So after I beat this one, what can y'all say then? Who y'all gonna throw at me next? Because I'm gonna walk through this one.
You don't believe that?
I don't believe that? Well, I'm gonna show you that.
You don't believe
I'm
that?
gonna show you that.
You don't believe that?
You've probably watched some of his fights, or at least highlights of his fights. When you see how he fights, what do you think of his style?
I said I think that he can punch. I do think that. I'm not blind, I'm not oblivious to it. I think that he can punch. But that's it. I haven't seen nothing else.
You've faced some power punchers, Ryan Garcia.
say, I haven't seen nothing else.
Vasily Lomachenko, 135 could crack. Do you think you've ever faced someone with this kind of power?
I think everybody at the top got power. I think you go in there and you let anybody hit you. My little brother, I stand right there and I just let him hit me. It's gonna hurt too. So of course, of course.
In boxing, you know that's the thing though. You don't stand there and just let somebody punch you in boxing. With that, that was a bad example. We're talking about my little brother. Your little brother, man. Your little brother, a teenager. Yeah, you stand there and just let somebody deck you. That shit ain't gonna feel good. But boxing, I'm pretty sure you're not standing
power
there
against guys we've never seen. I do think that he can punch. Don't get me wrong. I do think that he has power, but he's showing it against guys we've never seen before. I don't know these guys that he fought.
You don't know him don't mean nothing, Jack.
No, I've been boxing for how long? I've been at this top level.
Just because you don't know
the people don't know these people. The world don't know these niggas.
I don't give a damn what these folks know or don't know. I know when I carry these
No, I do believe that. I do believe that you got power.
I might touch your arm and your ankle go break.
It sound good. It sound good.
I'm finna turn your meniscus.
It sound good.
You ever had your torn meniscus, brother?
And it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna never happen. You ain't gonna do it.
Walk out with an ankle brace on.
You ain't gonna do it.
Bring a back
You
brace.
ain't gonna do it.
Bring the stretcher in the back.
You do it to the
We gonna need it, man. Gonna slide that thing up in after the first round.
Knock it off.
Right,
knock it off.
It ain't gonna be too.
Slide the stretcher.
He's really a bum.
Make it real
That's
short
I really didn't want to say nothing, but he's really a bum. I never even heard of this nigga until 2 years ago.
Once again,
he just came out of nowhere. He's nobody. He's nobody.
That's what Tim Ryan was talking about. I knew
name
it was
this.
this.
ATL stand up, baby. ATL stand up.
ATL stand up, all right.
Each and every last one of y'all, even the fans and everybody. I'm glad y'all doing that because y'all underestimating everything else. So you can keep talking about the power, but that's just what just put it all together. It's skills behind everything I do. It's a whole IQ behind everything I do.
You said a moment ago that he's a bum.
Yeah.
You think that?
Yeah, I do.
So you think champions are bums?
Who?
So you think champions are bums? You think anybody can be a champion?
What champion though? Yeah, no, I think anybody can be a champion.
You think anybody can be a champion?
I think
you've been training your whole life
Jake Paul can be a champion.
Is crazy.
I think Jake Paul can be a champion.
I ain't giving him no credit.
If you moved right, you can be a champion. If you moved right, you can be champion. If you moved right, you can be champion. Top Rank has showed it over and over and over again.
He ain't been with Top Rank the whole time though. That's the aggravating part.
No, I studied. No, check yourself. Check
and what Devin don't realize, you don't know the guys that he fought. But a lot of the people you fought ain't got no crazy big ass names. He act like he been fighting killer after killer or something. Bro, go do your homework. He was the underdog in the fight that he became a champion. You can't keep talking about who you don't know. Santiago would have gave you a run for your money. You would have had the boxing move, man. Dude would have gave you a run for your money. Some of these dudes he fought would give you an interesting fight. I ain't saying they beat you. They'll give you an interesting fight. He done obliterated his last 3 opponents. Bad. Each knockout worse than the last one.
He forgot that he became undisputed over there on Top Rank.
You get me? Damn, bro. Like
you shitting on your own argument.
Yeah, you shit. That's what I'm saying. You shitting on your own run, idiot. That's what Top Rank is known to do. And then we like, George Kambosos. All right, bet. Dude is strange, man.
Yeah. Check yourself.
Do you think
You get bad answers.
Do you think
is
that
what
your
I'm saying. I
career
like
has
him, but I
been
don't like the way he
carefully
answers the
curated?
question.
He's suggesting Top Rank
be
has kind of
fake.
just groomed you on an easy path to this world championship.
Shoot, no, actually, what I wanted to build, I was supposed to lose. Enemy territory, enemy lines, young dude, everything against me, all of that.
Because they know you're
so,
a bum, that's why.
Because I'm a bum, but once again, I overcame the odds.
That's why
I overcame the odds. And I came back 10 months off, start dude with a whole jab. Came back after that, knockout of the decade. Now for the knockout of the whole goddamn boxing
people
history
we don't know. People we don't know.
And
These
now they know
not
you,
proven.
and
These
you
are not
finna be
proven.
on that
They
list.
been knew me.
You finna
Because
be
I've been
on
at the
that
top.
list.
I've been at the top.
Congratulations.
I've been fighting the best
Welcome
fighters
to
in
the
the
bottom.
world.
You finna
Time after
get shot
time
to the
after time
bottom.
after time.
You finna be shot to the
You're
bottom.
going to stay at the bottom.
You finna shot
You're going
to
to
the
stay
bottom.
at the bottom.
How difficult a fight do you think this is?
Man, he ain't giving.
I believe it will be a challenge fight.
Dude,
Go back
enough
to you, no
respect.
matter what.
in
Great
my
fighter.
opinion.
Heads up to him. I know for a fact he work hard. I know for a fact he got hard. He gonna come with everything he got, but in the end, it won't be enough.
You've won fights close, like the one against Lomachenko. You won in blowouts, like we saw against Regis Prograis. What do you think this fight looks like?
We got to see. I think that he has things that he does good, and I'm going in there to handicap him of it. And that's as simple as that.
Do you think he's going to have to chase you down? I mean, we have seen you fight different ways. You've moved, you've stood in the pocket, like you did against Prograis more, Lomachenko. Do you think you're going to move?
He sure ain't finna sit in no pocket with me. I'll tell you that right now. Boy, you know good or well you ain't finna sit in no pocket with me. Hey,
You violate, I'm going to have to demonstrate.
Hey, sit in that pocket with me. Sit in the pocket with me. Sit in the pocket with me, boy. I learn you something different. I ain't even talk about just the power, boy. That's that timing, boy. That's that speed.
Yeah.
That's that IQ. I'm gonna catch you.
He got great time. He got good IQ. I'm telling you, stand in the pocket with this dude. He going to sleep. That's what I'm standing on.
I can't.
Boy, you ain't got nothing to
better
do.
box
Remember this
move.
day. Remember this day.
I'm gonna remember every last piece of every day.
After the fight,
People hate when they get hit with a brick.
I'm about to be like,
You know what's in these gloves,
I
Shawty.
told you.
You know what's in these gloves.
You violate, I'm going to demonstrate.
Boy, stop trying to let flow, but you trying to
You
steal,
violate,
trying to
I'ma
steal quotes and
demonstrate.
stuff.
You
You trying to
violate, I'ma
steal quotes,
demonstrate.
brother.
You violate, I'ma demonstrate.
I want y'all to play them tapes back with Floyd
Play it,
saying everything
play it.
this man
Ah!
saying. You trying to steal.
Student of the game, he called that shit out. He said, man, nah, man, that Floyd shit. I told you when my guy L-Dub that 2007 Floyd Mayweather answers, bro. We better get that shit out of here. It's not original. That shit is unoriginal. Violate him and demonstrate your style. You don't even have that kind of style, man. I ain't even trying to be funny. You about to get punched on.
Floyd, whole flow, real quick, brother.
After the fight, play this clip. Look,
This my
this
fight. My whole thing up here to change how y'all over here playing. You feel me? So Floyd, he did his thing. I salute to him. He actually one of my favorite fighters. That was his game plan. That was his blueprint. You can't sit here and try to take everything that man did and just run it. That worked for him. Run your own play, brother. You know what I'm saying?
See?
So I'm finna sit here and do my
Get
thing.
off my dick.
See?
Sit here
Get off
and
my
my
Oh, you on my dick so
You
hard.
on Floyd,
You really
dick.
offend. You
You
really
on
offend. I'm not on
Floyd,
no
dick,
nigga.
Get your
You don't
own
listen.
stuff, man. Get your
Listen,
own
I'm
style.
me.
Get your
I'm
own.
me.
Get your
I'm
own
me.
little. You know what I'm
I'm-
saying?
He cooked, Joe. He lost. He lost. He lost. Brian Norman got him figured out, bro. It's over. Face off. I'm picking it. I've been picking
You
it.
got your own swag going on, brother.
I'm gonna
Brian Norman about to beat him. Brian Norman about to beat him.
show
y'all.
you. I'm gonna show you.
Welcome to
Y'all remember these
welcome
days.
to the new
Remember these
boxing
days.
era. Your boy
Brian
Brian
Norman
Norman Jr.
about to beat
finna
him.
show you how to
Get
do
his
this thing. You
homework.
see
He about
him
to
be
beat
real
him, y'all.
professional in the ring and outside the ring. We finna respect each and every last opponent. We should sit here, work hard, do our thing, and be about business. That's what grown men do. I'm finna show y'all come November.
What are people going to be saying about Brian Norman after November 22nd?
That's a bad mother.
What are
Hit
people
that
going to be
like
saying
button, y'all,
about
for the
Devin
ones
Haney
that's still in the
after the
building,
22nd?
You were supposed to
man.
do
Hit
that.
the like button, to the
You were
channel.
supposed to do that.
We
You
wrapping
deserve
up.
not
y'all.
that.
I didn't know Brian Norman. He was supposed to do that. We knew he was gonna do that.
November 22nd, welterweight title on the line, Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr. Good luck to both of you.
The Ring 4, November 22nd. Watch.
That was pretty cool, man. Shout out to the zone, you know what I mean? But man, he lost to me, y'all. He getting cooked. Norman is authenticity is what I get from Norman. Devin, he gotta stop giving them media trained, predictable Floyd Mayweather answers, 2000 something answers, bro. Brian Norman called that shit spot on. Run your own play, bro. You can't take shit out of his playbook and try to apply it to the way you move. You don't move that way. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I like what Brian Norman had to say about Devin Haney. Told you the media trained answers don't work. Everybody be trying to hear that shit. But here's Tim Bradley's response to their face-off right here, because you know, Hall of Fame, and you already know the rest. Let's get to it.
Yo, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the rest.
Hey, real quick, Devin Haney. Whoever came up with that nickname, Debo Dev, bro, that's the dumbest nickname I ever heard, bro. Ain't nothing Debo about no damn Devin Haney. Ain't nothing Debo about Devin Haney, period. 1. 2, bro, you call your opponent a bum, bro? You fighting bum, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I would think with all the experience you got, bro. Come on, Dev. Seriously. You don't want no credit for this? If you win this fight, you don't want no credit for this? Bro, I'm telling you, man, I've heard the same rhetoric, bro, the same lame ass talking you did when you was fighting Ryan Garcia. I heard the same thing, bro. The same levels above you. I fought better competition than you. Man, you ain't nothing, this and that. And Ryan Garcia cooked your ass, bro. For real. Bro, you gonna get cooked, man. See, you still ain't learned, bro. You gonna get cooked, bro. Telling you gotta learn how to respect your opponents, man. I'm telling you. You fighting a dark horse, bro. You fighting a dude, bro. I'm telling you. He got nothing to lose. He got everything to gain, bro. All the pressure's on you, Haney. All the pressure's on you. Yeah, it's not on the champ. No. You coming up to challenge him. You think you better than him. Oh, I'm telling you, Haney, when you feel those stompers, bro, your ass gonna get on your bike so fast, boy. You gonna turn that 10 speed into an 18 speed. I promise you. You getting on that bike when you feel those stompers, bro. I promise you that. Because, hey, Brian Norman Jr., he ain't coming in there to play with you, bro. He gonna power box your ass, bro. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, and when your ass get caught with that left hook again, bro, he gonna take you down memory lane, bro. Hey, it's gonna be Ryan Garcia all over again. Yeah, but this time, boy, it's gonna be this man from ATL. Yeah, ATL, Brian Norman Jr. on your ass. But anyways, that's my time, and I'm out.
Man, Tim Bradley funny as hell. So look, I felt the same way, man. You calling the dude a bum. He's like, I ain't want to say nothing, but he really a bum. You be saying that shit about every opponent you get in there with, but in the next breath, you're going to say that's the best welterweight. And then you're going to say anybody could be a champion. You was all over the place in that little, and that was only like 9 minutes, bro. And that's what happens when you like media trained is good to a degree. I don't even know if that's what we hearing from him. He just, you copy and pasting, and that shit it's very unoriginal, and it's redundant as hell. It's not believable. Brian Norman is very authentic and genuine, man. And that ain't gonna change my opinion of Haney. I still rock with him, but I just wish he had answered them questions from a more honest space. Like, the man is telling you about yourself, and you talking about get off your. You get what I'm saying? Once you said that, you lost. That's not he wasn't like he was on you. He was calling your ass out, and you was like, man, get off my. I'm like, yeah, you lost. He got you figured out. He know you. He know what you on. He know what you ain't. He know you not about to stand there with him. His dad know. I'm convinced. If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. Be like, y'all was wrong about Haney, and I don't mind being wrong because y'all know I don't care. I'm not a right or wrong person. But I think Brian Norman is about to really do some shit to you that ain't been done in the boxing ring. I really do. You better run. I swear, I'm not even playing. You better run. Get on your good foot. Do something. Don't do something. Get on your good foot. Don't play with that dude. Don't play with him. I'm dead serious. Don't find something safe. I'm telling you, that shit could get very bad and ugly for you, man. Very bad and ugly. I'm telling you, find something safe.
Here's the thing, though. What if he is being genuine with his answers?
What'd you say?
I said, what if he is being genuine with his answers, though?
Yeah,
that might
be, but it just don't sound. It don't
some guys, yeah, but what I'm saying is there's some guys out there who really believe that shit. Like, they're so deluded to the point where they feel like nobody could touch him, nobody could see him.
Right.
And that's dangerous in and of itself. Because you need a healthy fear. I'm not saying you got to be scared to death. You ain't got to be shook, but if you walked outside and you didn't have any type of fear, you'd be getting hit by cars, you'd be finding yourself in all types of trouble. You'd be burning yourself, but you don't fuck around with the stove because you know it's hot. You got to approach it a certain way. You don't just run out in traffic because you know that getting hit by a car hurts.
Right.
So you're going to be careful when you cross that street. But if you Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying, and you saying, hey, this guy's a bum and I'm levels above, because the reason why I feel like he may be genuine in what he's saying is the fact that he started off giving him the credit to some degree. Because I'll say this, to Tim Bradley's point about Brian Norman Jr. being the one with everything to gain, Right. Peep how he said that Brian Norman Jr. is the one stepping up to the plate. This man is the champion, not the other way around. If anything, you stepping up to 147 for the first time, and you're challenging for his title. But you saying that he's stepping up. Then the other part of it is how he started out. Oh yeah, I know he got power. He does some things well, and so on and so forth. But I've been wanting to say this, so I think that the stuff about him having power, I think that's the PC version of Devin Haney. He really been wanting to call this man a bum the whole time. And he probably really believes that shit. Who has he fought? I haven't heard of this guy, haven't heard of that guy. Who has he fought? So in his mind, hey, listen, bro, this could be another one of those nights.
Mm-hmm. But you know,
all you got to worry about is the power, and then you find out this motherfucker do got feet, and you got a jab.
You know why I think I had PGH was good, homie. You know why I feel like I got a problem with his answers, Ant? Because it's rinse, wash, and repeat. I don't mind that if that's your style inside the ring, rinse, wash, and repeat, because I've seen that be the reason you win and you being smart, right? But it sounds very reminiscent of the mistakes you made against Ryan Garcia, bro. You talking this bum shit, I'm levels above, like that is giving me those vibes. And I'm like, bro, the last time we heard you talking that stupid level shit, you got level. You got cheated, but you got level too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got cheated. Yeah, he cheated you. But damn it, I just want to hear something a little different, man. Like, I don't know. I can't even say, you know, I ain't mad at him. If that's really how you feel, that's how you feel. But it's gonna be hard. Like, you called your opponent a bum after saying he the best welterweight, though. Like, which one is it? Then you say anybody could be a champion. That shit sounded crazy to me. I'm like, yeah, you just saying shit at this point. And that's why Norman was on. I'm like, bro, hear yourself? You sure about that? I don't know. Like, all right, Haney's supposed to have the more experience and all this shit, but it seemed like, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like Haney been here. I mean, or Norman's been here before. Like, he's handling the moment better to me. I like the way he's handling it, answering questions. That's just me. That could mean nothing for the fight, but I like his answers a lot better for sure. Sound more genuine and authentic than some shit that you heard another fighter, because he called him out big time for that. He said, man, you just don't do, you can't do what Floyd did, man. He calling that shit out. He hear it too. Like, bro, your ass. Keep saying Norman did duck boots. Nah, he didn't duck boots. Nah, that's the thing. See, we got to stop thinking when fights don't happen and that means somebody ducked. Nah, they were negotiating. They ran out of time. Norman went to go fight. What was it? Derek Cuevas, I believe. And Boots went on and fight in a unification. That's not a duck. He never turned down the fight. He just didn't accept the money that was offered. In business, when you can't get the money that you're looking for, do you still do it? Right? It's not no different with boxing, and even more so being that dudes is putting their lives on the line. So I get what you're saying, and we almost taught to think that that's what happened, but nah, dude ain't duck nobody. He definitely you got to think. B. Norman sparred what was it? Tank, Boots, and Crawford, like in all back to back to back. I forget which order. It's been a while, but think about that. And I know it's sparring, but just think about that. The mentality of a guy like that. You think that's a guy that's scared to fight? You get what I'm saying? You think about it. The first boot sparring that he had, he was in Philly, hot as hell. Wasn't in the, you know what I mean? It wore him down. He said jumping rope, I think he said in there it was tough. Like, you know what I mean? It didn't go his way. He continued to go back to get the smoke. That's not a guy that's scared to fight. You get what I'm saying? He said the fight still could happen at 54 if he get up there. So and Boots is there, but I don't think it's a matter of him ducking, man. I think Brian Norman's a real one. I think he should be treated as such. And I don't know. It's easy to frame people ducks when fights don't happen, but it's just like in business, bro. Sometimes things ain't gonna work out. And when they don't, you got to go do what's best for you after that. And that's what Brian Norman and them did. Okay, we can't get the money that we looking for you. All right, well, we're going to go do what we doing, and we're going to bet on ourselves. And you know what's dope about that? They actually done that. And I remember people saying they're going to mess around and fumble the bag. He better not go out there to Japan and get knocked out or get beat and this and that. And look, he knocked him out, did him all types of dirty, right? And then they said he'd never be able to make the money, right? So look, dig this, Frank, dig this. This is why you know he ain't no duck. I said this before. My stance was they knew they worth, and Eddie wasn't trying to pay it. So look, that 1.7 mil offer, or that's what they was asking for, and they never got up to that, right? He wanted his son to clear $1 million, making $3 million to fight Devin Haney. Boots was a way more dangerous fight. It would have been a unification and in Philly, and he wasn't even getting $2 million. He getting $3 million. And I know the situation is different, and there's Turkey Al-Sheikh involved. I get it, but just think about something. In the long run, he made the right move by not accepting that money. He really did, because he bet on himself, and it's been working out. And now he's in the biggest fight of his career, and he's making the most money that he's ever made in his career. That's a win. That's how you win, betting on yourself. So he ain't duck Boots, because you got some people that say Boots duck, right? It just all depends on who you talking to. Neither one of them guys duck. They try to do business, and it didn't work. And sometimes that's how it happened. You get what I'm saying? That's how it happened. Sometimes deals don't get made. That don't mean somebody's scared or didn't want to fight. That just means they wasn't able to get what they was looking for. They wasn't able to secure the money they was looking for. And it's tough to tell somebody to show up for work if they're not getting, you know what I mean? Think about how hard it is for us going to our jobs and feeling like we ain't getting paid now, let alone you fighting for your life. And they like, yeah, well, we only can give you this. You like, bro, what? And you feel like your worth is something totally different. And then the good thing with not Luben, I keep saying Luben because we're gonna be talking about him tonight. The good thing with I just read a text message, made me lose my train of thought. The good thing about over here hearing the duck word in boxing, I hate it. It's overused, bro. It's overused, man. Brian Norman made a smart move, bet on himself, and now he in the biggest, most lucrative fight of his career, and it's a winnable fight.
I'd also like to add this. This is not to say that Boots is a dub or Eddie Hearn is a snake in a suit. But it has been stated that Stan Jonas got essentially what they were trying to negotiate for. They being the Normans.
Yeah. Makes you wonder, right? Make you wonder. Because Stan Jonas and they took money. I remember he'd say he took money. I look like Eddie ain't want him to say that, but it's like with Norman, y'all was a little different energy, man. And I ain't gonna blame nobody, but the shit just was weird, man. And ultimately, like Norman getting paid what he getting paid now to fight a less dangerous fight on neutral ground is it almost make you look at Eddie like, damn, what was you on? Was you being cheap? Or you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And you know what's gonna happen because you're gonna say, yeah, well, I sent 3 offers and he ain't take them. But they're going to simply say none of them offers was what we asked for. And he knew that. So why keep sending offers if it's not going to be what I'm asking for? You know what I'm saying? Vergil or Luben decide not to fight Boots next to pursue a title fight. That's a business move, not no duck. Exactly. That's exactly, Frank. Business moves, man. It's not no duck, man. These dudes don't be scared to fight. Vergil proved to me enough with his resume that he has to me. I don't know about other people. For me, that he's not a scary guy in the duck. For me, Vergil Ortiz, no. I don't think so. I don't think he's scared to fight Boots or nobody else. I just think the timing got to be right. I think everybody got to be on the same page, bro. That's what we really need. We need everybody on the same page. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And when they should make that fight. So that's how I look at that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at that. And you see it now. Boots already up in the division, and he talking about going to that fight after having one fight, right? And that should tell you what, like, you get me? That he ready to scrap. He ready to go. I mean, at least that's how I feel. I feel like he ready to prove his worth. And going to this fight is one of the first good steps, I think, in my opinion, for what Boots could be doing. So we'll see, man. We'll see where it leads, man. And if he's allowed to even get in the ring tonight, which it'll be a disappointment if he's not. Like, I don't see no scenario where he's allowed to get in the ring and don't. Like, I just think it's stupid. I think it's really stupid, man. So Frank is in a great spot for boxing over here. Oh, Frank, majority of the time is business decision. Yeah, absolutely. Most times is business. That's what it is. Like, you hear it when people talk. Like, you don't be hearing these guys running around here talking about everybody's ducking. You might hear a promoter throw that out there, here or there, or some fighters and people that's talking. But ultimately, like the the people that's putting them fights together know it's not somebody being scared or ducking. Yeah, they saying he gonna be in the crowd live tonight. Steph, him and Eddie said they gonna be there. They pulling up. And Boot said in his most recent interview, y'all go look that up. It's a smaller channel he done it with, but he said he want Vergil. And then he was like, not Vergil, then the winner, whoever. But he want one of them or a belt. Like he on that same type of time. So I just want to see him get his just do, get what he going for. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Boots. I never thought he was duck Vergil either. They kind of get a raw deal because they got team. They don't make all the decisions, and they got teams behind them that's making the decisions for them. And I think as a result, you know, I mean, are influencing the decisions they make as well. So as a result, people paint them off as ducks and just write them off. But when we see that fight, we're gonna see two real ones. Best believe I told you that Boots gonna get tested against Vergil. There ain't gonna be one-way traffic, I don't think, but I think Boots pulls it off. But it's a 50-50 fight that Vergil can win too. Boots got to be smart. That ain't just no gimme. Vergil ain't no gimme. You got to earn that scout. And you're going to see it with Luben. If Luben is to come out victorious tonight, it's going to be a tough earned scrap. It ain't. He going to make you fight. You going to fight him. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see it. Shout out to everybody that rocked out with me. We just popped up, went live. And look, I already set the live up for later for the fights at like 8 o'clock. That's less than 2 hours. So we'll be right back. To call the card, and man, we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna have some, you know, we're gonna have a good time like we always do. So look, double tap that screen, subscribe to the channel, support the grind. We're gonna be right back at it shortly at 8. And McQueen, my God, man, you excited for the night, man? Oh, so he probably handling some because I know he be on Daddy Do This. Daddy Do This. Shout out to my guy William, old school, man, the Raging Cajun. Shout out to you, bro. How you been, man? Appreciate you stopping through. And Mike Kirkland always is a genuine big supporter, man. Hope Luben wins me some money tonight. I'm like Mike Kirkland trying to get that money. He trying to get that money. Get that money, Mike. Appreciate you, man. Listen, I hope so. I hope so, man. Malik K, I know you're ready for January 31st. Oh, you talking about Shakur and Tio? I see them talking about it. We gonna build on that, man. Malik, you know I'm ready. I'm ready to see my boy go out there and beat ass, man. Who Keys sent thumbs up? Shout out to Keys that sent thumbs up, man. Everybody that's rocking out, hit that like button. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna be right back at 8 o'clock, man. Shout out to my brother Ed McQueen, Mike Kirkland. Appreciate the love, man. As always, everybody that's rocking with me, I rock with y'all. And we gonna be right back. We gonna be right back. Give me a second, man. Brother. Give me a second, man. Give me a second. Oh, man. Oh, my bad. Give me a second, Big Dre. Where is this at? I'm looking for it. All right, here we go. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all. Here's the commercial for my guy, Big Dre, man.
Attention, fight fans in the DMV. It's live, it's local, it's boxing. Devin Promotions, RDR Promotions, in association with Maryland Live Hotel Casino in Hanover, Maryland, presents a night of championship boxing. Saturday, November the 22nd, featuring some of your favorite DMV boxers. In her professional debut, we've got Bria Miller, Casey Wheels Wheeler, Keith Saunders, Nasheed Sugar Sheed Smith, Tyler John Wayne Langer, Jaqueen Too Sharp Hutcherson, No Limit Phillips, Derek Scooter Davis, Ahmed Momo Jones, Brandon the Hitter Chambers, Ezra No Time Turner, and in our main event, we've got Michael the Professor Vox. Tickets are available through AXS or at the Live Hotel Casino box office. November the 22nd, doors open at 5 p.m.
Big shout out to my homie Big Drop Dre, man. He do an excellent job with the commercials, man. Y'all go tap into y'all local boxing. Oh, man, but much love. Listen, we're going to be right back at it, man. I'll see y'all in a bit. See y'all at 8. Let's call these fights, and y'all enjoy the boxing tonight. Much love.
Representing Brick City,
Finding those levels, too. Look at that 4-punch combination. It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just